Hi.
What's up? End of the line, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Look, we at capacity, okay? We'll let some people in when it clears out a little. You get right in. If you go back to end of the line.
We come here all the time. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really look that crowded in there.
Hey, look, I don't make the rules.
Please.
No. Hey, what's up, shorty? What's up, pretty girls? See y'all when y'all get out.
What was that? What the fuck was that?
It is what it is, sweetie. Now, can you step to the back, please?
You don't need to call me sweetie.
Yeah, maybe you should listen
no,
to your
you don't
friend.
need to call me sweetie.
Like, you want to come in, you're going to have to go to the end of the line, wait like everybody else.
I'm not going to go to the end of the fucking line. Who the fuck are you? I have just as much of a right to be here as any of these little skanky girls. What, am I not skanky enough for you? You want me to hike up my fucking skirt? What the fuck is your problem? I'm not going anywhere. You're just some roided out freak with a fucking clipboard and your stupid little fucking rope. You know what? You may have power now, but you're not God. You're a doorman, okay? You're a doorman, 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 doorman. So, fuck you, you fucking fag with your fucking little faggy gloves.
I know. You're right. I'm so sorry. I fucking hate this job. I don't want to be the one to pass judgment, decide who gets in. Shit makes me sick in my stomach. I get the runs from the stress. It's not because you're not hot. I would love to tap that ass. I would tear that ass up. I can't let you in because you're old as fuck. For this club, not, for the earth.
What?
You old, she pregnant. Can't have a bunch of old pregnant bitches running around. That's crazy. I'm only allowed to let in 5% black people. He said that, 5%. That means if it's 25 people here, I get to let in 1 1/4 black people. So I gotta hope it's a black midget in the crowd.
Now I feel guilty. I'm sorry.
Why y'all wanna be in here anyway? Y'all need to be at a yoga class or something. What the fuck is she doing at the club? That's not even good parenting right there. Your old ass should know better than that.
Oh, God.
KBHK TV 44 San Francisco.
From the terrifying universe of the inner mind to the outer reaches of the imagination, we're waiting, poised at the edge of our seats. Time stops as we approach the unknown. Just when we think we're safe, the moment happens, and we...
It's Saturday night, time for Gas Theater. Join me, Tom Labrie, for the best in late-night fright.
Horror, suspense, mystery, science fiction, the supernatural. And now, sit back, relax if you can. You are about to enter the world of...
NPC the game.
Yo, what's Yo, what's going on, everybody? NBC The Game live from Taiwan, the real District 13. Good to have you. Yeah. What's really going on, everybody? See everybody in the chat. Keeping it 100. It's already getting spicy. Keep it somewhat civil, guys. I understand. We got some legends in the building. What's going on, Haimza? Logical Spark, Wheels, Shadow Buddha in the building, bitch. Max Extreme, what's going on? You had a fight with the manager last night? Okay, we'll get into that. What's up, Denson? Max Visions, good to see you, man. Lady Luck, good to see you. Yeah, here's something I want to just address real quick. In terms of the mods, I really appreciate your work and all your hard work. Like like Shadow Buddha, Markella, Lady Luck, Wheels, Wiccan, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Let's make sure we're welcoming to everyone, especially each other as mods, right? Because and we're here to squash beef, not necessarily start it. And like, just welcome everybody. Everyone's equally appreciated for sure. Let's keep it civil. Leave all others outside beef on the outside, but we're here now, ready to get after it and see what's really going on. So yeah, so today's episode is Max Extreme. Shout out to him in the chat. Exposes BBW Swing Club, the origins of Bloods and Crips, and involving our consciousness in 2025. Yeah, all that's good stuff. So as you know, there's this YouTuber. He's a friend. He's a friend and foe to some in the chat of NPC The Game Live. His name is Max Extreme, aka Horn Maxer, and he recently did a live stream exposing the swingers club he went to in Vegas. I think that's where he lives, allegedly. And the whole time, I noticed, caught my eye because he was disgusted. He was complaining about how everyone at the club was obese, how it seemed like a black hole of desire that could have been there, but there was no soul. And now, on the surface, it sounds like some random YouTube rant, right? But stick with me because we're about to link that moment with the origins of Bloods and Crips and how both of these worlds, in terms of like body shaming and being unhealthy and street warfare, reflect the state of our collective consciousness. So let's go deeper. So I'm just gonna let the video play some of the videos and make some comments and tell me what you think. The BBW story, and I don't think it's just about weight. It's about well, it depends on what you're looking for, man. If you're someone like me, I mean, it could be seen as kind of like spiritual emptiness, but I think, yeah, let's just look at it. Let's see what we got to say. Let's see what we got to say here. What's really going on? Oh, here we go. What's the name of this story? The name of this live stream is "Should Sweat Hogs Be Segregated and Why They Kill Cubs?" Shout out to Max Extreme.
Completely duck out of there. Completely duck.
So let's start over here. Back a little bit.
Danansky.
Here we go.
Who else is here? I guess you hope you partake into the wonderful polls. Let's see what's going on down here tonight and this lovely Saturday night. Very happy to be with you. Your humble host.
Mogging every day.
Share to you some
all day, every day.
And some terrible horror stories. Nice to put powdered carbs into your shake before a workout. Okay, if any of you recycle, Oh, carbs before work. Yeah. And that being said, let's
Here we
get
go.
into what is happening at swing clubs. You haven't seen the poll? Please take
Put a
the
one
time,
in the
hit the
chat if
likes,
you've
the
been
subs, the super chats, and
been to
vote.
a swing club.
Because Spaceman, I think I'm going to war with the fatties in this world, especially you fat women. See,
Yeah.
I went to the swing club
Right in the camera that said that. Fat women.
last night, as you know. I was driving down there, very happy in the moment, Spaceman.
What's going on,
Content,
Snow?
the
Good to see
Vegas
you.
Valley, the strip was ablaze with lights and neon glory. And what could come tumbling down but 2 tons of fun onto my head? Well, what happened? Well, first of all, I said, geez, and I was debating whether I should say anything because I could either leave the club or not say anything, right? So I figure, all right, I'm going to say to Hank, I say, Hank, Monty, good evening, Monty. I'm going to tell
We'll
Monty.
get there. We got to build
let
a
me tell Hank, I
suspense,
said,
man.
Hank, you have too many morbidly obese women in this club.
So you said Hank, and not the great Hanko Flamo, the mod over here at NBC the Game. Hank, the owner of the swing club, he was introduced to the stream last week when Max went there on a live stream.
And I said, I'm not coming to a club that looks like that, honestly. Okay. His response was, I mean, I guess he says, well, we were going to have a fetish night and we're not doing it anymore. So maybe that's a good thing. But
I think like the fetishes are big now, right? Maybe it's a business decision.
It was dead. The 4 women that were in there probably all together weighed about 1,800 pounds. And I just said, I got very sad, like roping, like I wanted to rope. Maybe, I don't know. I was thinking about, maybe offing myself last night.
Oh, so he does get sad. He has emotions, huh?
And so there was that. And listen, I don't know why. I think it was Anthony. You're right. Is that these women are putting together these nights, these brain dead morons that understand that nobody really wants to see BBW night. Okay, nobody wants to see it, Monty.
That's an absolute statement. I'd say there probably are some people who like that. Obviously he doesn't like it.
They may say it to go along, to get along. And they may say, we love you, fat women. You're so beautiful. And no. Okay. The place was a fucking ghost town because nobody wants to see them. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's anecdotal evidence right there that obviously it wasn't popping. It wasn't like a beehive of activity. So I could see where you come up with that assumption.
Now, if they pursue to go on, then I will start up a war and have my own Mossad hit people against fat people. Because fatness is a disease of health, a disease of the body, and a disease of the mind and soul.
You guys believe that? Right? Do you believe? You said you're not spiritual, but you're talking about the soul, okay? Yeah. So, fatness is a disease of the mind, body, and soul. I definitely think it doesn't help. It's a detriment to all 3 of those things, for sure. Yeah, fatness is aesthetically, in general, it's not pleasing to most people. It's unhealthy, and it does kind of block you probably from doing what it could block you from doing what your purpose is, unless your purpose is to be a fat ass.
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't know. Maybe he will heed the advice that I'm allowing too many fat motherfuckers in here and they're nasty and people see it and they don't want to come back. Good evening, NPC. They see morbidly obese women in these clubs and you will get out. And I'm trying to tell him in a nice way, listen, your club's only been open since October, November. It's already dead now because you allow these animals in, you allow the sweat hogs to peruse around. And I ain't going there, and I definitely ain't paying any money to see them. That's the facts, baby. That's the facts. And if nobody likes it, I don't care if Hank doesn't like it or nobody likes it. Those are the fucking motherfucking facts.
Do you guys find it difficult or not a problem when you have to confront it seemed like they were friendly, more than acquaintances. Remember when I saw introduced to Hank on his stream last week. Yeah. So do you think it's hard to confront a friend when something's like really that's something that's really you see that's detrimental to not only to what you think their friends' well-being is, but also your well-being by interacting in their environment? Do you find it difficult to talk to them, or do you just not say anything? It looks like he said something to Hank. Did you hear what I said earlier? I said it's not Hank O'Flame. It's Hank, the owner of the swing club that he was going to. That had this BBW night a couple nights ago. Not Hank O'Flame. Flamo. I don't know. If he has a big fat ass. She's a good person. I don't know what she looks like, but she's beautiful inside. But you also don't want to fuck with her too. Probably rip your head off. Not in the way you would want, probably. So anyway, Shadow Buddha says food addiction is in the Western nations is definitely an issue. Facts. Mainly behavior. Most focus on anorexia or bulimia, right? My mom had bulimia. But other addictions like binge eating disorders should be addressed more. Yeah. People who work out a lot, for example, and then they binge eat, right? And then they work out a lot, binge eat, throw up or whatever. It's not good. It's not good. What's up, Browns boy? False respect stops all reflection. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, he said Hank too. He did say Hank. There's more than one Hank. The name Hank is there's Hank Hill, King of the Hill. There's Hank Williams Jr. and Sr. And there's Hank O'Flamo that we know, our Hank, as you can say. And then there's Hank, the owner of the swing club he was going to. Got it? Yeah. Yeah, there's a swim club review. Right. All right, this is my version of a swing club right here. I'm gonna go to this place right here. Fuck all the dumb shit. This is my swing club. That's what I'm talking about right there. Remember my shit.
Straight from the wind, coming straight from the wind.
We got it. We're good. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Joe Cool? OTW, what up, man? A Syrian wedding, yeah. Shout out to the Syrians. Yeah, so back to this Max Extreme Exposed BBW Swing Club, the origin stories of the Bloods and Crip. So we're on this Max Extreme. He had a bad night at the swing club the other day, and he's talking about it right here.
He wants to see a 300-pound woman in a negligee or a tutu. God help you.
Some people do, like I said. Yeah. Maybe not you. Most people.
Doug. It's so bad, Doug. Yeah.
Got
water.
Dehydrated, huh?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the best way to do it, do you vet a little bit? Possibly. Do you make a dress code? The last final straw was for me was, when I ran out last night, one walked in, she was about 5'1", 400 pounds.
Damn.
And I said, oh no, I am gone. I'm going to ride like the wind. Christopher Cross, ride like the wind.
And Malcolm McDonald.
Ride like the wind.
Ride like the wind. Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. No,
I'm sorry. This is not correct. I'm going to say they don't like it. Kick me out. Okay. Because there's other places to go to where fat fucks do not congregate as much, and I don't have to pay $50 to $100 to enter a place to see morbidly obese heifers.
Damn, $100. Max Extreme. I'm going to do testosterone trend, and oh wow, he's candy flipping the steroids, huh? Gonna get big, huh? As long as it's not Spanish night, it's cool for a big girl. What is this? Yeah, good job in lifting the weights. Seems increasing your max. Yeah.
Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it anywhere. Yeah. Who's Angela? Probably there. They probably love BBW, and you ain't gonna see me there. You ain't gonna see me there, baby. So we'll have to see. Maybe I'll give it one more shot if he cleans the fat fucks out of there. If you don't want to clean the morbidly obese slobs out of there, and they are slobs, let's be honest, a morbidly obese person is a fucking slob.
Tough love.
Slob. Stop eating, move more, exercise, get some self-control.
Yeah. I mean, food addiction is a bitch, right? Is it even food addiction? What is it? What's really going on, man? Why do we push our bodies to? Some people push their bodies to the extreme. Are they eating for stress? What's going on, man? Whatever it is not healthy. I heard some lady say she was overweight, obese on a live stream. Nice enough lady, and she was like, "People say, do you work out?" She's all, "Of course we work out." They think, she said, just because you're fat, people think that we're not healthy. I mean, you're not keeling over, maybe, but it's not the ideal way to be, you know. And I guess some people shaming does work, whether it's fat shaming, truth telling, shaming. It works for some people. I guess it's kind of like the drill sergeant mentality, but for others, they don't like it. I can see where both places are coming from, huh?
Terrible. So we have that. What else do we have going on tonight? Yeah, made me feel suicidal. You fat woman, you wanted to rope us, Antheus? Yeah. How big was she? What size was she? Yeah, I'll have my StreamYards back, Monty, by next stream. So that being said, all we can do is say, I said, listen, it just, I don't know. I think it's more fatness in society, just in general. I think there's a lot more obesity in general.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, definitely in the Western countries. I even see it more here in Taiwan. As the days go on, the thighs get thicker, the stomachs get thicker, and not always in a good way too, aesthetically pleasing way. Yeah, it's in there. What Lindsay said, but what if she was not attracted to him either? Who? Well, yeah, there's probably a lot of people that weren't attracted to him, just like he wasn't attracted to a lot of people as well. Body positivity is cancer. Anybody that supports that should be deported. Yeah, I think it is kind of. I remember the way I used to look at it was like, you need to be okay in any situation you're in. Be it if you're a fat fuck, you need to be okay with that. That's where you are. Or if your apartment or house is like a shithole, messed up and messy, cluttered, you should be able to be okay with it. However, with that said, even back then, I would think that at least make some steps to rectify the situation, improve the situation of your body, and then also your apartment and everything else in your life, right? Because in a sense, consciously, we're already there. Everyone's probably enlightened to a certain extent, but we do live in a 3D reality where we have to do things to make moves and whatnot. You said, you said he's a drunk complaining about fat people. Pathetic, huh? I mean, he's drinking a beer, definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you smoke weed a lot, does that make you a weed addict? Or even if you smoke weed every now and then, does that make you a weed addict? What do you think, chat? Or if you drink beer every now and then, does that make you an alcoholic?
That's it.
It's become more normalized, and I don't have to put up with it. And I definitely don't need to spend money to go to a place where these fucking sweat hogs are running around and also have attitudes. No. No. She was double my size. I don't know. I went limp, but
He said,
gave me
yes,
a
I'm an
nose for
addict.
20 minutes. I'd
Keep
rather
it
use a
real.
fleshlight, honestly. I'd rather use my own pocket pussy or something. Yeah. If you're spending $50, Hank needs to get some decent looking women in
Some
there.
big legs, Joe.
Oh, yeah. I told him it's not going to happen. Yeah, I just said, Doug, I said, I competed because, I mean, if you're going to have, don't promote it, first of all. Don't promote fat women, first of all, Hank. Okay. Don't promote them. It's not good to promote disgusting sweat hogs. It's not good. It's not a good thing. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's commendable honesty, definitely.
Were you in the porn? Who are you, asshole? Who are you, you roach? Who are you, roach? Roach, you're probably 300-pound asses wandering around. They just don't. Fatties come in, and then the word gets around, and nobody wants to see it. And then it starts emptying out, and nobody wants to see your fat 300-pound asses wandering around. They just don't. They may not tell.
There's nothing wrong with having. You're right, Lindsay. That's what I think too. There's nothing wrong with having preferences, right? However, if you're a live streamer, there's two ways. There's different ways you can stream. You can be zen in a sense, to be like see both sides of the coin and all the possibilities, and be empathetic and and support people all the time, and humble yourself and not share your views if they're controversial to the consensus reality as much. That's one way to do it, but there's another way too that some people have gained a lot of success, and that's just talking about what they desire and what they want in life, and if you're not a part of that, or if you're not down with that philosophy of life, you're a shithead, right? That's definitely one way to do it. And here's the thing, that's people's right to do whatever they want, or to listen to it or not listen to it. But I have seen there is a school of thought, how when you hit people's primal brain, or the lizard brain, the old part of your brain, which is about reactions. A lot of people who are in that mode, instead of their frontal cortex, they enjoy people who are very opinionated and absolutist, right? So I mean, there's multiple ways you can do shit, right? How you can stream.
I'll tell it to you. And if you don't like it, then tell me, well, don't come. I'm going to support my club and have big fat asses run around. See how long?
There you go, Joe. You said there's enough black dudes for all those big women, huh? You said people should look at what they do, not focus on what other people do. That's true. I remember under the flow state ad, he said something similar to Buddha. He's like, because Shadow was like, I wish people were more open-minded. It's kind of like what OTW is saying, I guess. In a way, maybe a different version of it. And we would say that, to the OTW, like, well, maybe you shouldn't focus about what he's saying as well. Take your own advice. But I get what you're saying, OTW. It's pretty accurate, pretty fair. So what's up? I smell BD up in here. You smell it? What's it smell like? Does it smell like old chicken with the skin that's rotting? Right. What's up, Vengeful Truther? How open-minded? Open-minded? Depends on the spectrum, right? How open-minded? I mean, you want to be like a purple-haired liberal and woke, quote unquote, the fake woke, where you let anything go, some craziness, or you can, just be more libertarian, I guess, and just as long as you're not fucking with me or other people, I'm cool.
Long it lasts. It ain't gonna last long. You allow that shit in there, your club ain't gonna last. And I don't care how many people, because most people won't say it. I said, Hank, you're allowing too many morbidly obese fat fucks in here. And I said, you may not like it, and I hope you don't take it the wrong way, but these are morbidly obese, and I'm not going to come there. I will not be there. I will not recommend it. There's no fucking way. I mean, could you imagine I sent those Anthony's down to a club like that, and he went there, he would rope. Then I'd be liable for his funeral or something. It's not going to happen, baby. Okay, I'm not getting anything for free there. Hank not getting me laid. You know, he didn't bring me a woman. I had to go get a woman at a swing club. You know, nothing going on there. Not asking for anything free. All I'm asking is, please, you better start betting that club because people will completely duck out of there. Completely duck out of there. Yeah. Why is it only bottom of the barrel women go to swing clubs? Well, when they start allowing the fat ones, and they do, Doug. There are some that, like I said, I've been to where it's not that case. And when they allow them to start piling the fat fucks in, and the morbidly obese, ugly women too, it just gets bad. So yeah, I drank that Red Bull. No, I drank my Red Bull. I drank my whole Red Bull. And, you know, it just dead. I mean, and then they had the music too fucking loud. It's fucking deep.
That kind of does suck when you go somewhere and the music is too loud. Granted, if it's a club, well, it's a club. I guess technically it's a club, but a swing club, right? There's music, but if you're trying to do other things and talk or mac on somebody, raise somebody up, I guess that could be annoying. The music loud.
DJ with the rap music, blaring it,
rap music.
Blaring, but I mean blaring it about.
So you don't like rap music? I think you said. Maybe you said yesterday Run DMC was okay. Max,
it's just not good. I'm sorry. I told Hank he's got to get his stuff together there, or it's not going to last. It's just not. I'm sorry. You know, like I said, you know, don't have me back. Whatever you want, but I'm telling you the truth. You know.
What did you say, Joe? You said you doubt anybody would kick Snow out of their bed. To be honest, Joe, you don't think anyone wouldn't even kick him out of bed? Do you think they would even not even want them in their bed though? I mean, they are very pretty women for sure, both of them. So you think nobody would ever say, "Hey, I'm good. I don't want to have sex with you." Yeah.
So I don't need to, especially pay money. I wouldn't want to see that for free, let alone pay $50 to go down and see a bunch of fat fucks, animal running. Not even, they can't run, they lumber.
They lumber. Shout out to Lady Luck. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, buy me a coffee right there. It's all good. We love donations here. Yeah. First official day of vacation. Yeah. What better way to drop a donation?
Why don't you just take my blood?
Donations are welcome. Super checks, memberships are welcome. Buy me a coffee link is welcome. Thank you, Buddha. You want some one-on-one time with me in terms of dialoguing, asking questions, or someone to talk to? I'm here. Hit me up on the membership right there on Buy Me a Coffee. No, she's not. Don't say that, please. I don't know if you were here earlier. I said keep that. Good to see you, Leopard. I made an announcement. I guess you weren't here. I said keep the beef, whatever beef you have or whatever issues you have with people outside of the outside of this NPC the game, because really there ain't no much drama here. And yeah, Max at times needs to really, for example, needs to chill on some of the insults he hurls along in the chat for sure. But other than that, man, most of this drama is between I would hope I wouldn't even have to talk about this online, man. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. You said take your wrench then. I mean, even if you're not even if you are not a mod, saying this person does this and that, that's not my business, That's not my business right here. Please don't do that. It's that, do you love the drama? I don't love it. It's interesting. It brings views. I'm not a dummy. I recognize the fact that that a lot of people like to see, and I like to see it too sometimes. But if you notice, it's not all drama. It's like we're doing this Max exposes BBW Swing Club, then we're doing the origins of the Bloods and Crips, something that some people need to know about. How some of these quote unquote gangs started with community policing against the police and other people that were harming them. So do not bring that shit in here, please. Okay, wrench or not. I don't want to hear that. Well, you don't have to pretend whatever you think she is or whatnot. You're not sorry, but come on, keep my chat out of that. Don't put that in there. Yeah, see you then. See you then with your big scene you have to do. Bye. Bye. See you later. Yeah. It's like if you don't want to be the mod or whatever, you can't handle, because I've talked about this the last couple months, like just say you don't want to show up, but you got to make a big scene. it's some stupid shit, bro.
No.
You're gonna make a salmon. Okay.
Where the hippo-sized elephant? Oh, they were big, very big. And I'm just tired of it. I said, get it together. If you're gonna promote BBW, I'm not coming to your club. Saturday night, who's hosting? A fat woman. Another.
Okay, let's see. Max, you still in the chat? I bet you are. Yeah, you're gonna make a scene. That's not very respectful. You're gonna make a scene in my chat. That's really good. That's really yeah, that's really helpful to me. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Whatever. That shit doesn't involve me. What's up, Maxer communities? While the live streams are full of Max clones, they attack you if you. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, man. In a sense, this is what these things are, Chopper Jeff. They're like cults of personality, cults or communitized. If you want to be positive, I guess they're cults, and that's what cults do. You have a common enemy, the outsider, and if you go against the philosophy of the community or cult, they attack you, right? They attack you, and if you do good things that promote the philosophy of the club or the community or the cult, you get rewarded and you get praise, right? That's the way life is. That's the primal brain I'm talking about. That's what people like. Max, if you're still there, what is the when did you confront what's his name? Hank, the club owner.
Yeah.
What's the timestamp? Is it at the very end or what?
The ugly bitch out with her dysgenic hump on July 5th. All right. This,
that's the that's the whatchamacallit, what do we call that? The flyer? Okay. I see. Where's this Hank guy? Well, I think we got enough. Do we have enough of that? Is this Hank? That's not Hank.
Online personalities about
yes
the war in the Middle East, and he gets pissed at women for not putting out. And
yes,
the last 30 minutes. Okay. Thanks.
Hank, grab a hold of your balls and remove this woman.
Oh, you're chatting with him or something?
The playhouse was so crowded you couldn't move. Older Monty. Going. Weren't you the one fawning over me? Well, what would you want me to do? Tell you look like shit? Yeah. Silver. I mean, so she's still be recommending it anymore, so don't worry about it, and don't worry about my small YouTube channel that I've had 25,000 subs, Mercedes, but you could never have. You suck. Your poontang sucks, and know what? For Hank having you around, he sucks too. Hate to tell you. Okay, piss me off there. Piss me off. Yeah. So there you go, Monty. There's another one. Down the doors, down the tubes. I can't take that. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I said, here's a desperation post. She's posting desperation posts.
All right, so I thought you were like talking to him in person. Now, Max, I'm only gonna spend another 10, 15 minutes on this great segment. But if you want to come up and add or something that we left out about something you want to share with the folks about this experience and why you were so disgusted with this establishment, there's a link. You're more than welcome to come up. Is he streaming later? Probably. Check out his channel. Yeah, matter of fact, I can't believe I didn't put his channel out for you guys. This is his channel at Max Extreme. All right. Yeah, so if you want to hit up Max's stream, there it is right there. Boom. Yeah. Very entertaining and also informative. Especially when he talks about supplements and stuff, and if you're down with steroids, he has information about that and whatnot. Yeah, that's Max's experience. What's up, Ozzy? You said Hormaxer is disgusting. Yeah. People think that blue cheese is disgusting, but there's an awful lot of people that enjoy it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. We got anything else? Nah. We can get on the Bloods in the Crib if you're not gonna come up. Let's see. So, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, kind of speechless because I was like, that was kind of funny hearing his rant about that. Yeah, I have to say the modern world, I agree with him in the sense we're all overeating, right? And for some, maybe not you or people who have a high libido or whatever. Someone may even say we're also over sexting and overdosing on distractions. A lot of people want to connect, but instead they settle for stimulation. And also too, talking about the soul, whatever, discussing to the soul. I truly am seeing that when the soul gets left out, nothing really tastes right, even the most extreme experiences. Yeah, for some. And I don't know, I can't speak for everybody though. What's going on, Lindsay? How's it going?
Hi, am I on yet? I'm having a problem with my voice. It's a little froggy. Sorry. Let me mute for a second.
A little froggy.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, the frog is still there, but better.
Still there.
Okay, I have an inappropriate and gross question, and I think it's okay for me to ask this because I didn't really think of it on my own. Hormaxer kind of brought this up.
Okay.
He was making the point that he doesn't want to see disgusting fat people. And then he segued into that too. I don't, want to have sex with disgusting fat people. He said, I sort of quote or summarize, fat vagina is disgusting. Is there really, as a man who may or may not have slept with a few different women, some curvier than others, is there really any difference between, a huge difference between a vagina, having sex with somebody with a vagina who is
either body size
200 pounds versus 130, or is there really much of a difference? I mean, we're not grabbing love handles here. He specified the vagina. Is there a difference?
Well, there's definitely been women that are anecdotally that are, anecdotally for myself. Yeah, that of I guess would be considered voluptuous and maybe even BBWs, right? And some of those women, like their vaginas are very tight. Not to be crass, but I think it's appropriate when we're talking about it like adults, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Earmuff it for me, Benjamin. Earmuff it for me. But yeah, man. Just some of those girls have it as
So
a
it would just be
a conversion
misconception,
almost.
right? That your vagina is necessarily anything because you are
Well,
fat or because you are
we'll put it
thin.
this way though. Vagina is a very interesting thing, and not that I like really got up so. I've been close to it, but a lot of times it's in the dark. So I don't. They're kind of mysterious still, right? And some
I
of them
don't
are
understand how you
huge.
could be over 30 and find vaginas still absolutely mysterious.
Well, no, because it's just weird how people can maybe because the history of porn and stuff, programming and all that, where it's like how they can take so much and still be tight, or take so much
Oh,
and still be loose.
okay.
A lot of weird shit going on. That's what I mean by mysterious, man. I'm not a
What
gynecologist. I
surprises
don't know
me,
anatomy like
right?
that. Yeah.
Well, there's also phenotypical differences that are pretty significant too.
Hmm.
One does not look like the other, does not look like the other. And that's kind of interesting. But one thing I always went by I guess the fallacy that if a woman had a baby,
RT.
she was
Yeah.
necessarily not going to be as shoot, my dinner's
Oh
ready.
yeah.
I have to go.
Okay, you coming back? Oh, you got to eat too. Yeah. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I
Well,
have
thanks for putting it out there, being a catalyst.
I
You're always
literally
welcome back.
put it out there. Right. Okay. Well, I'll be back in a while and I'll be willing to, you know, propose some uncomfortable things and bring some uncomfortable issues up because that is something I really honestly wondered
Uh-huh.
myself. Is there really such a big difference? Maybe phenotypically, I could see that. But in the feel between a
Yeah.
fat vagina and a thin vagina, I mean, come on.
Well, it could look well before you go. It could look super fat and big, but it might have some like tightness to it too. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
that's what I mean. It's kind of
absolutely.
mysterious.
I haven't been around too many vaginas myself. I'm heterosexual, but I
That's
figured I
cool.
would ask you because I know as a man, you've probably been around at
Yeah, I've
least a
been
few.
around my fair share.
Yeah.
I've been around my fair share.
Okay. Well,
And
I
one
hate
in
to.
particular for 12 years.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Denison had a question. He's right here, but what's up, Denison? How's it going?
Yo.
Ew.
Yeah. What did you say? You said, Lindsay, you said, I want to research this with you for science. Okay.
I'm willing to do it for science.
Let me gain 300 first, and then we'll talk. Then I'll lose it again. See if anything happens.
I can help you with that too. I'm a good cook.
Great. Speaking
You're a
of
feeder.
cooking,
We call that
my-
feeders. It's a fetish.
I know. I heard that too. That's
Yeah.
also another weird thing I don't
Mhm.
understand, but I don't understand the foot thing either. You know, what's attractive about
Mhm.
foot? There's a lot of things I will never get in this life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying
let's
for
go.
science.
Right. Okay. Thanks for that offer. That's cool. I'll be back soon.
All right. Thanks for coming up. Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.
Yeah. Be blessed. I did. Shit. I thought Max was gonna come up here, but yeah. What's up, man? What you got for us? What's really going on?
Another beautiful day in paradise.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day. Yeah.
Another day outside of the reach of cheese regime.
Cheese Rosini. Is that like a pasta
Cheese
dish?
regime.
What is that? A pasta dish?
The-
Sounds like a pasta dish.
The CCP.
Oh, CCP. Yeah. Out of the reset. I thought you said the cheese Rosini. You didn't say that, right?
No, it said cheese regime.
I'm thinking about Italian food because I think I heard you mention something about on shout out to Jamie and you guys this morning. I was listening to some of that getting ready, and I heard he was trying to flex his biscotti, and you like
Teach
you
it.
flex you two shade him with a flex on like more Italian cuisine, like higher
Yeah, because
caliber.
Nikki called me out in the chat and said, "How can you confuse a biscotti for a vanilla wafer?" And it's like because he's not eating a real biscotti.
Yeah, you said it's interesting, ironic how it was a cylinder, right? The shape of a cannoli. You brought in cannolis. I remember I used to sell those at the one of the Italian grocery stores I used to work at.
Yeah, so he was eating something rectangular, right? What looked like a vanilla wafer, you know? It was layered and rectangular.
Uh-huh.
And what did he call it? Oh, a biscotti.
Biscotti, yeah. Isn't that like a cookie, like kind of like a triangle? Yeah, it's more like a harder biscuit, right? A biscotti with like almonds or whatever in it, whatever you want to put in there.
Yeah, it's bread shaped.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember Sarah Lee tried to pass those off to the masses. Biscotti.
But then he pulled out something that was supposed to be a vanilla wafer and it was cannoli shaped. So I was like, oh fuck this. This is just a troll.
Too much going on
at this point.
Well, back to the CCP though. Like we were in the news yesterday. I think I mentioned it for a second yesterday about like how the U.S. and Taiwan just finalized 10 F-16s. They're supposed to fly over here any day. You know, on their arms package or whatever. Yeah, they have a total of 70. I think they're supposed to be brought over here. Yeah. So, you know, as the world goes, so does the military industrial complex. Yeah. But Hormaxer too, bro. He wasn't happy with those BBWs. Yeah. I heard you say what did you? Because they didn't have something. Because they didn't have something.
Oh yeah. If they had a ball sack, I bet he would have felt differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was so strange though, because like he was praising the dude Hank, not our Hank, but the Hank, the owner of the club, on his live stream, and like, you know, giving them, like, glazing them, giving them so much props, and then he just flipped out, you know. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, why were you hanging out with them then if you hate him so much though? Just because he didn't give you what you want. I think do you think that's a normal thing going on in the collective consciousness, Dennison?
What exactly?
Of like, people are like so good to you until they're not, until they feel slighted. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a time in the past where if maybe you weren't, you know, you weren't feeling the person as much, but you kind of parted in a graceful way, not so much like just like crashing out 180. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
I try not to have crash outs anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. It's never one of those things where you're like, oh, I'm happy with that. You know, it's like, this looks bad. Yeah.
Well, there's like a couple of instances where I thought somebody was really my friend because they, you know, went out of their way to help me out.
Mm-hmm.
But then when push came to shove,
no,
they were nowhere to be found.
It's like a gut punch. Is he still here? Oh, here comes Hank. Here comes Hank, the not the owner of the swing club that I know of. Maybe, I don't think he is. What's up, Hank?
I'm not, and in fact I can't even get into my Pittsburgh swing club because they're full of really old people. So I can't even get into that one. But yeah, people.
I mean, technically they won't let you in, or you're disgusted.
I applied, they won't let me in. So.
Oh wow.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are fickle, which is one of the reasons I'm not managing people or owning clubs at this time. People are fickle. At least I figured out a way to let them crash out and not do any damage to me, but it took a really long time, and I had to pretty much ignore psychotherapists because all they do is gaslight people. They get paid to gaslight people, and they just help who's ever in authority. So I'm trying to hold out till I actually have the authority. Then they have to. The strengths will have to say, "Well, you just had to do what he says. There's nothing you can do about it." That's what I want to be the he in that sense.
Now, do you have you ever been to a swing club before that had BBWs?
Negative.
Okay. Are you okay with them?
If they're fit, sure.
Mm.
They can be big as long as they're fit. If they're big and if they're just starfish, then I don't need them.
Max said Starfish. Yeah, Max says he has no clue how to run a swing club. Huh? Yeah.
Figured I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either.
That other Hank. Yeah. I think if your name is Hank, it's not a good look. Let's see. Let's see Dennis's take and Hank's take on some of these rants.
Saturday night, who's hosting? A fat woman. Another morbid, obese motherfucker is hosting over there tonight. I wasn't going to go out tonight anyway, but if I was, I don't think I'd go there. She's a big, fat, 350-pound black woman. Hank's got her ass on the poster. Her ass is on the poster. I don't want to see that. This is, oh, hell no. No, I'll go sit somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else. I ain't going to do that. If I show you this big ass on this poster, you would exactly see what I'm showing you. This is frightening. No,
we saw it
I
earlier.
Can't do it no more. I can't do it. No.
To each his own, though. Some people like that, right? But he was saying there was nobody at the club. Usually there's more people there.
It's not sexy. You're not woke. Go woke, go broke is what they would say. And Hank, if he continues, will go broke with that. Go woke and go broke is the truth.
Thanks,
I'm seeing this in real life. Go woke, go broke. In this case, well, what's wokeness? With the BBW, that's wokeness. It's part of the fat acceptance model. He's part of the wokeness. Edward, let's go down to the commercial center and rub each other down. We'll go down to the bathhouses. We'll leave Monty alone.
Do you have any thoughts on that, Dennison?
Yes, go woke, go broke is false. It's false because the people who woke have all the money. If you pay attention, they have nearly all the money.
Yeah.
So you can't go woke doesn't make you go broke. Obviously, all we need is open our eyes and look who has the money. The wokies do.
Yeah. What about this part? The second part about going to the bathhouse.
Edward, let's go down to the commercial center and rub each other down. We'll go down to the bathhouses. We'll leave Monty alone.
See how happy he is.
Monty, she's a communist.
I think he's joking though, Dennison. Like he's like he was happy. Satire.
It's probably not that big.
Either way, he's happy. Yeah.
It's something.
I think he sounds like a miserable prick whenever he's talking to any woman I've ever seen him talk to, except the one that had a dick and balls. And now when he's talking about this dude, look how fucking happy he is. This is him in his element. He should just be gay.
You're a communist supporter.
What's up, man?
I may have to agree there. I tried being gay and it didn't work for me.
What's up, Snowfly? Oh, we gotta pause that. Literally pause that. Come back to that. What's
it's
up,
2025, man.
This will work
How's
for me.
Going?
Thanks for coming, Snowfire.
What's up, Snowfire? How's it going? Okay. Hank, you said that it didn't work for you. Tried going gay?
Yeah, by curious, I tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Snowfire will work for me.
What was it? Snowball work for you?
Absolutely.
So? Shit. So what didn't work about it? Was it like a logistical thing?
I wasn't into it.
You weren't into it, huh? Yeah. Understandable.
The logistics are simple. I mean, what's it called? Grindr just works. But I don't care.
Yeah. Hey man, well, they say at least try something once.
Yeah, Grindr just works. It's super cheap.
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry.
Yeah. We're talking about Hank. How you doing, Snow?
Hi guys. Good. How are y'all?
Any thoughts?
Doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm wondering,
what's really going on?
Maybe I want to do when you were experimenting.
Who, Hank or me?
Yeah, Hank
Dennison.
and you, all of you.
Experimenting. I mean, I've only experimented with women.
But, but he said with a man.
Right. That's what. Yeah,
right.
So go ahead, Hank. You have a question for Hank about it? He did say that.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how he did it?
I just want to know how old he was, because I know that Hank is a freak. So I'm just wondering a little bit about how he got into freakiness.
I think I was 31. I think I did 28.
Oh.
Yeah. So. But I didn't really get to do. I wasn't even sexually active towards 22, though.
Okay.
Mm.
What made you want to do that?
I think it was lockdowns and just that there's the chicks weren't
Bored.
available. So I was just saying, you know what? I'll try swing the other way.
Yeah.
That's around the same time like they were making that culture kind of acceptable. Yeah.
Not so much for men. It seems like women, it's definitely more accepted, or in general, for women to do that than men, huh?
I don't know. Not in America. It's everywhere out here. I'm used
No, I
to
know.
it now. I used to not be. I kind of am now.
But wouldn't you think though that in general, it's for women to do more homogeneous things with the same sex is like, you know how girls hold hands? It's not considered like, you never see like two dudes really holding hands that aren't quote unquote like lovers or anything like that, you know?
Unless it's the president and the Saudi king.
Ooh,
Well, yeah, I'm talking about
pretty
Western culture, but yeah, you're right. But in Western culture, yeah. Snow, did you ever experiment like that?
I kissed a girl,
You
and I
kissed a
liked it,
girl?
but
Did
I
you?
only
You
kissed
liked
her.
it? How were you in a teenager or
I
recently?
was like
Or
23 years old. In
uh-huh.
Colombia,
Nice.
she was super hot, but
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was like she caught me off guard when she did it, and
Oh,
then
she's initiated.
yeah, I
Hmm.
couldn't believe it. She was pretty, she was hot. But I also
Yeah.
knew her boyfriend. So I was like, no, your boyfriend, I know his brother. Like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
And then they got married. Like, he asked her to marry him like a month later. And oh, God, this is not good. Like, she's going to be bad for him. He's good for the paper, you know? But they're still together, so that's good.
Yeah, I wanted
So
to.
it's not.
Yeah, RT has this comment. I think once you decide to swing the other way, even for shits and giggles, one must face the fact that they're gay and from closet. But the problem is that I strongly prefer women, so that's a weird form of gayness, if I ever heard one.
There you go.
What
It's just
is?
that some people think that like once, especially some men, like they think that like once you're with a man even one time, you're automatically a gay or
It is
bisexual.
gay. That's gay.
Yeah,
That's
no,
What'd you
gay
say?
people believe in the curse of ham too. They're just very prejudiced.
Yeah.
Okay, but like if you're like literally,
Uh-huh.
that's kind of gay, right?
That's a gay act, definitely.
That's so
It's a
gay.
gay act, homosexual act. Yeah. But does that make
I
you
would
gay?
trust him. I wouldn't be able to be with him. I would never be
Yeah.
able to be in a relationship with a man like that. Never, ever.
Mhm.
If I know that he did that, I'd constantly be
Down
worried
low,
about him
huh?
being with another man.
Yeah,
More than a
I
woman.
mean,
To the core where I'd have to leave him. Yeah.
Well, that's
I
why
mean,
I
that's
invented Noahheim laws. So there you go.
yeah.
That's why the
I mean,
Lord invented Noahheim laws.
what is that? Noahheim?
No hide laws.
Noah,
Yes.
like the
That's like
Yes.
patriarch Noah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
isn't laws like a Jewish religion kind of?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I won't go into details about the proper context that stay within
Yeah.
TOS.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Those are the
Well, like I said, growing up, especially what we're going to talk about in a little bit, like the Bloods and the Crips and that type of culture growing up in California. Yeah, if you even like hint at the fact that you did anything like that, they're going to consider you gay, probably until you leave the
But
neighborhood.
they're the guys that's not even freaking wearing belts with the damn booties hanging out in their underwear. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that is kind of
I
ironic.
know,
Like
that's
a lot of
not a
times when they
good
go to
look.
prison, they end up being gay.
Yeah, those faggots, Crips, Bloods, they dress ridiculous.
You call them Fs?
Yes, absolutely.
All of them?
You know what? I don't know all of them, but if you're dressing like that, then yes.
Yeah, some of my best friends growing up were Crips. So I got a couple blood friends too, but like, I mean,
I grew up around the Crips.
yeah,
If you dress nice, then no. But if you have your freaking underpants hanging out, then absolutely.
That is very suspect. It's like easy access, right? Even in the NWA song, Easy goes, they go, "Why you wear your pants like that?" He said, "Easy access." Easy access for who and what? What's up, Cynthia? Good to see you.
Some optics.
Yeah.
Hi,
The optics
Cynthia.
are bad. Optics are bad. Yeah. What did Buddha has a question? He said, "Would you seriously date, not just hook up with some bisexual?"
Well, aren't all women
Panel?
bisexual?
That's what I think.
There's a couple that aren't.
No.
That's why I was like kind of
I
surprised.
mean,
You said you just
I could
kissed
say
someone.
no. I could say no, but I already have. So,
What's up, Kitty?
No.
What's up, Brick?
I can look at a woman and appreciate her beauty though in a heartbeat. I will even tell her like, yeah. I love when I get compliments from women because I know it's sincere.
Yeah.
And usually they say it more in detail. They're actually speaking about something they like about you. Where men are just like, "Damn, you're fine, girl," or "Oh my gosh, you are so gorgeous. I love your eyes. Can I have your number?"
That is really nice to say. It's like
No.
being detailed and specific. I love Chris Lestrange right now for the raid. Appreciate it. The Strange crew, very nice. Just doubled our viewers. Shout out to Doomerang, and the
that
boys and
like,
Bricky on the ranch. All
that
right, thanks,
subscribe
Chris.
button.
Appreciate y'all. Hit the subscribe, hit the donut, all that. We love it. Thanks,
Don't
Chris.
forget we have the award going all of the panelverse. If you guys want to get involved, you can find his Discord. Maybe enter yourself into it, and he'll pay attention. We'll pay attention, and make sure that you be a part of the award show.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Sherelle. It's definitely going to be popping. Like, it was fun last year. I think it's going to be even better this year. It's going to be better this year.
It's
a lot
going to be way better.
Fun stuff already happened. Yeah, way better. Here's the Discord for you guys if you want to leave your videos. Let us know when you go live too, so we can do some recon for the awards for sure. For sure. Thanks, Sherelle.
Timestamps help. But yeah, in the Discord, if you could leave those. There's a whole committee going on around.
Yeah. We have the council already making moves, right?
Yes.
My nigga.
Thanks a lot, bro. Yeah, I was over here at his place of business earlier today. That's a fun. I don't know if you ever been over there, Sherelle, Denison, Hank,
Who is
Chris
it?
Lestrange. It's fun over there. Definitely fun. If somebody mod can put his link in there, Chris in the chat, for sure. Doomerang too. Yeah. So we're talking about we were reviewing Max Extreme exposes BBW Swing Club, the origin stories and Bloods and Crips. So we were just probably about to close out this on. Oh, by the way, what Shadow said: would you date someone seriously that was bisexual? Yeah, you said Denison. Pretty much any woman is bisexual. You're saying so? Yeah. If you did, when you were dating, or if you do date or look for a partner. Yeah.
not anymore, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. I'm a lot more
Go ahead.
selective than I used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of think what you think. Either like all women have the capacity at least to be bisexual, so it's kind of like they're already that's already a big possibility if it hasn't already happened. It's just what spectrum of it are they on? Because it is kind of weird if someone does have a history of or straight being a lesbian, that they're hanging out with their girlfriends or something. I don't know. Some people that are get the overthinking might think that anytime they do that, they could be hooking up with their friends.
I've converted a lesbian or two in my time.
Mm-hmm. You converted them, yeah. Now, do you think they stayed lesbian or did they go back?
But they did not go back to lesbian.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever done the opposite? Made a straight woman a lesbian?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
Oh shit!
In God's work over there.
Yeah.
No.
I remember this one story. This cat
Bringing
used
him
to play
back to our team.
hmm There was this one cat we used to play basketball named. He was a little short dude. His name was John Grande. What a doxer! but he was short. Ironic, right? And anyway, one day his mom came home from work and saw his dad's car in the driveway, and she caught him in bed with another dude. Remember hearing that
Wowza.
story? Go, yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one, man. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's bad.
That's bad. It's for the son too. You know, like us, like junior high kids, were like we didn't let him. You know, what I mean, we kind of like ribbed him up a little bit for that shit.
Makes me want to quit my whining.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty dramatic, right?
I've never had any shit like that happen to me before.
Yeah. What's going on?
That one right there, EXO
Been talk.
Cat,
Good to see you.
she is the epitome of gore. She's all the way inside and out. She is absolutely gorgeous. I haven't seen her like real face, but I've seen her property and how she handles herself, and I think she's so gorgeous.
She's a wonderful person. Kat's a wonderful and generous person. Beautiful inside. Yeah. Inside, definitely. I'm sure she's beautiful too.
She knows
You got to be
shoot guns. Yeah, she's really pretty.
She does it all, huh? Yeah. That's nice how someone else that's pretty like yourself can say that, and it seems like you genuinely mean it. While there are some mean girls out there.
I admire her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I think she is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. This is what let's give you a reset of what we were looking at. We were looking at this Max Extreme, talking about his time at the BBW club. Some of the shit that happened went down.
Okay, she doesn't even appreciate us, Edward. What do you got to say about that, Edward? Yeah. What does that mean? It sounds like it looked like. How many bodies do you have? How many hookers are in your backyard? Is what I'd like to know. That sounds like a real schizoid type name. Life-killing disease. I mean, could you imagine having I can't imagine wanting to build a club and catering to even addressing obese people.
He's talking about a swing club. He went to the swing club and it was BBW night, and he was disgusted. Yeah.
Maxer, for the first.
Wait a minute.
You're garbage for walking in there. So you're garbage yourself. You should have just stayed there.
Garbage.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
But it's a club for
This
his
is
people.
BBW night? This isn't even in general, just one night, and he's this upset?
One night, yeah.
Oh, go fuck yourself, dude.
It's not like
they got tranny night, I'm sure, Max. Take a chill pill, wait for your day, and go follow some balls.
No, seriously, they do, right? They had last time you talked to him when he came up here, a couple weeks ago. The next night it was hot wife night, so they have different themes. No, they have different themes and what. This has happened to be. It's like you don't like it, don't show up. I'm sure there's times when some of our listeners on NBC Live, like they probably don't like. I'm not feeling that topic. I'm gonna take a time out tonight. Yeah, but then come back later. We'll do something that you like.
Let them go have their own club. Call it Fat World or something. Let them have their own. That's what I'm advocating for segregation. I'm advocating for segregation for morbid.
Everyone, you can in the chat feel free to join the panel. What'd you say, Sherelle?
I said, well, he's sweating inside of that room, drinking alcohol with his flamingos in the background.
I don't understand how his arms are so small. How do you talk about how you're like the main fucking, you're this example of manliness and masculinity, and you don't even lift?
Yeah,
it's called overcompensation.
He doesn't lift. We see them lift on stream. Yeah,
lift what? His massive ego.
Those dumbbells back there.
Yes.
That tiny little
That's
dumbbell back
every
there,
day. That's every day. Huh?
I can bench press a BBW.
Let's see it. Can you best press a SS BBW, supersized BBW?
I don't know. I don't know what that looks
Now
like.
the Buddha probably could. You don't know
No,
what that looks like.
I need a forklift for
The
that.
obese women.
Let's
He
hit
has
this.
a lot
Let's
to
hit this.
say, doesn't
Somebody
he?
here?
Shadow Boot is so
Max
strong
is
that
here.
when he
Max,
Hey,
it's
how
Max
you doing?
Visions.
when he does bench presses, you
I am
can hear
not
a
opening up
forklift.
any of your.
Where's the
Sorry.
other one? I know he's out there. Where's the other
It's the
Max?
other Max. It's the,
The
it's
other
the
Max.
good Max. The
Oh.
good Max.
Hi,
Okay.
Max.
Good to see you guys.
Cheryl is about to flash on him. Good. He's like, I'm not opening any of your emails. I heard that, Cheryl.
Not your Instagram messages. I don't even know how he found all of that. Like, I have
Yeah, I don't
everything
even
on
know your
private.
Instagram. Yeah.
It just said a reverse image search, probably.
Yeah. Dennis, what were you saying?
I said Shadow Buddha is he's so strong when he presses that you can hear a forklift sound when he's benching.
The little beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
What's up, Max? What's up, man? Other Max too. Max Extreme's not been happening throughout the whole club. Oh, he said every. Oh, that's what it was. He was saying that that every time he goes, not just BBW night, there's disgusting, dysgenic, obese women, like everywhere. Right?
That's the state of the community that you're in, Max.
Yeah, I'm
You know, I
like,
gotta
period.
say,
club,
like,
right?
while I'm
Time
with
to go to
you on
different
the BBW being gross, you know,
I
you're
agree.
Yeah, I think you're right now. Society is in that place where it's only the degenerates and the fatties and the people who hate life that engage in that kind of behavior. It's become countercultural, you know, to be chaste and in shape and healthy in body, mind, and spirit.
Right.
Where's my
That's funny.
flame
It's the
emoji
alternative
for-
lifestyle.
There's always been chubby chasers, though. You know,
Yeah.
even the Maui culture. I can't remember if it's the Maui culture, but they revere fat women. You know, and
Yeah.
seek them out. So
And I like a little cottage cheese with my breakfast in the morning too. You know, I'm just saying, like, it
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
What are we talking
Yeah.
about here?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. But
I'm okay with a side of bacon.
I've seen some pretty extreme cases of people looking for, you know, some of the biggest women they can find.
And when a woman's not shaped like a woman anymore, that's when it becomes a problem for me. You know, once you become pear-shaped, then, or even neutral, like if you're like a man, then, you know, that's just my way my brain's wired. It's not going to be interested. It's going to go, ugh.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like how we were raised. Like I was raised with
Depress you,
Twiggy,
punk.
right? Twiggy was the
Not a chance in hell.
essential teeny tiny model back in
Not
the
with those
Yes, she
toothpicks.
was. She was extremely skinny.
Yeah, right.
Extremely
So,
skinny.
you know, other people raised, you know, later years with more voluptuous models might find them more attractive. You know,
We see
Yeah,
that in the
lots of-
Renaissance photos,
Yeah.
the pictures and stuff. Women were very voluptuous and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
to remind everyone,
voluptuous
hit
is-
up donate. The voluptuous was what? Was what, Dennis?
Voluptuous is one thing. You know, that's well within the range of attractiveness, I would say.
Yeah, but
what
you
would
go
you say
back
these-
to like the ancient carvings of like the mother goddess, like those.
Oh yeah, they had the big hips, like for
Oh yeah, they were,
fertility.
it was a big woman. She
and
was
whatnot.
really quite
Yeah.
obese.
Would
Yeah, see, there
would you
aren't
say these
any
women
fat
are,
women.
voluptuous right here.
Yeah, there
these
aren't any
Syrian
fat women here.
You don't see
Right?
any
We
fat
can.
women?
No, can we agree? Am I wrong?
No, there's no fat women.
Yeah, but there's some of these. I'm saying that Max is a black pill or Max Extreme, but there's some of these guys that they unless the person's like a twig, oh that's fat. You know what I mean? That's kind of not accurate. Being a
That's a him
good
thing.
face. Yeah.
That girl in
What's
the
going on,
black
Flex?
like mini skirt on, she might grow up and be bigger, so she'll have to watch her weight, you know.
Which one?
But
The one on the
Yeah.
right, all the way on the right.
like you can tell the body type. So, but these women actually care. That it's a culture thing.
They got
I
they
don't
got
think
flat
she'll
stomachs
let that
too.
happen to her.
You see, like no matter how thick they are or hips, their stomachs are relatively flat. Look at that. Oh.
Well, and unless they're showing up at your sex club, who really gives a fuck?
Hey,
Right?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, these
I mean,
women
or you're
are
dating
relatively
them.
young as well.
That one's
I
pregnant.
don't
Lol.
think there's anyone there over 40.
Right.
There's a
couple of them
pregnant one
that-
there.
Yeah. But you're right. They are young.
Hey,
It is much
girl.
easier to maintain, huh, Max? Is it because of your metabolism and all that stuff
Yeah,
when you're
there are
younger?
There's
This is
a lot of
Syria?
that
No, this is Syrian women. It's ridiculous, huh?
Man,
They're all over in my
fucking,
area. I
like-
can't stand them.
Westernization is every fucking corner of the planet, dude. There's nowhere left.
They all lie.
The
It's
skirts,
crazy.
those, dude, Sherelle.
They would have
in
been
Canada,
stoned to death for that 20 years ago.
Look at every skirt is like short. There's an older woman right
Yeah.
there. It's probably in her 40s right there. Every single
I can
look at that
speak
skirt,
about
bro.
what I
That's
was-
like a.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
No, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Them
They
and
are.
what's the other ones? The Persian women. When I was manager, like that's what all the sales associates were. But man,
lot
they
of them
were
were that, yeah.
liars. They were all vindictive. Yeah, that's all they would
These in
hire.
there liars, huh?
I've never been like racist for the culture, but damn, those women are nasty. They'll like act like your best friend, and
Oh,
they're
God,
just
donut.
ripping each other's heads off.
Right.
All right,
Where's
why
my
does
best
this
friend?
dude
Yeah.
have various Assyrian dance parties on,
This
like,
is
on call? On deck?
No, because this is the same channel, bro. It's the same channel. It comes up on the, the like. Gotta do research,
Uh-huh.
brother. What's up, Hank?
It's-
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
the
see your
donation,
research.
brother. Yeah,
no one
man.
else
It's
is gonna
like-
do it. But yeah, it doesn't. I think it's
This
just
ain't
their
no one else.
official
It's
channel.
not necessarily true, though. Thank you. man.
I don't know whether to shake your hand or kiss it or bow or what. I feel like breakdancing.
Take it as a challenge. Take that as a challenge.
Follow Hank's lead, guys. Follow Hank's lead. Yeah. Thank you, Hank. Yeah, but this is interesting though. Like the a lot of things, but the
I
whole
like
like
that
the
dress.
westernized the
And you
dress.
know what's
The
funny?
dresses are like.
Is all those
What's up?
women can't stand each other,
She's
a lot. Why is that?
and they're all related.
They have like resting bitch faces. A lot of them.
Yeah, they
Is it
don't
because they
look
think
very
they know
happy,
that
especially
they're
the
pretty
first
good
one you
looking
showed.
or what? Yeah.
Well, they're
Like
all
these ones?
they're all
About
wearing
status.
they're all wearing super tight Spanx too. It's hard to breathe. So
There's the music. You called it Dennison? Listen, I want to see you as you were like a Syrian wedding singer, huh, Dennis, in your other life.
I like that dress. There she is again.
Which one, the red one?
No, the one with flowers. Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably like a store where they get all these hookups, right? In the community.
She looks kind of like my type a little bit.
Yeah. Their noses
they're
are
very
all like
catty.
too.
You
Notice?
can't wear the same clothes. You know,
Yeah, everyone's different. You notice no tattoos, visible
a lot of
tattoos
that
either?
stuff is like
Yes, I noticed that.
custom made or homemade.
NPC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
What's up?
this one is a very conservative one though, because they
Oh, look at
in
Granny.
America, these
Look at her.
same women dress
Uh-huh.
way different for these
Even
kind of
more-
parties.
This is pretty
They're way
provocative, Cheryl,
extravagant.
though.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying provocative, but more like showy, South Beachy,
Oh, like glitter and stuff
New
on their
York.
dress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
You know,
is
it's like
definitely
this is
a different country.
Yeah, these parties.
Yeah,
you wanna
because-
show off your wealth. You have to show off
Right.
your wealth when you're at these parties.
yeah.
Yeah,
And also too, like when you go to an American wedding, at least from Cali that I know, like you always see mixed couples, especially nowadays. At least a couple. These are straight. They almost even look like everyone's related and shit too.
Yeah, it's
Nobody
weird.
has like a Mexican or Asian or black like boyfriend or girlriend.
they
Or if
definitely
they are,
have
they're
a
sitting
strong
down.
culture.
The only way you
Yeah.
have weddings that big is
Sorry.
if they're arranged.
You still think they're still doing that?
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
yeah.
That culture for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That
Or
dance
you're
is
Italian.
ridiculous. Is
Thought they were
Italian
Syrian.
anything like this? Italians? They're Syrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Assyrians.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't dance in a circle though. I don't.
A lot of
I'm not sure what
European
that's
and
about.
Arab countries dance in circles.
Look how miserable they look.
They look. I
Resting
know.
bitch
Look at
face.
them. They're not
Resting
even
bitch face.
happy.
Resting bitch
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be another thing
Nope.
too. Is at an Italian wedding, everybody would be happy.
happy.
You go to
Yeah,
the Ukrainian, it's all footwork. They don't do any balance.
Footwork.
Italians
Yeah.
are my
Yeah.
favorite.
And she smiled. She smiled. Look.
That's not a real smile.
Try doing
That's
the
if the
Well,
camera's in
the
front
other
of my
thing
face.
is-
Smile.
The other thing is that it might not be that they're arranged. Some cultures actually invite everyone to the wedding. So this is like their 10th wedding of the season, and they're just over
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You're right. You're right.
Right.
Because in some of these other videos, there's the same people. It's
Yeah,
like the same people. You can
that's
tell.
probably
Just
what it
different
Whoa, a
dress or
ginger
suit.
Syrian.
I've
Ginger
catered
Syrian.
hundreds of
And with a
weddings.
Gucci belt.
Yeah, we're seeing the big chains, right?
Or is
Yeah, the
that
gold
Dolce
chains.
Gabbana?
No, it's Dior, maybe.
That guy's modest. He's
So
hiding his-
Bex. So
He's
what's
got
that,
the
man?
same belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Matt,
catered
so-
hundreds of weddings, I would say. And my
Mhm.
favorite weddings, my favorite parties are brown parties, brown weddings. My favorite
mean, like-
parties are
like-
East
like
Indian
Mexican
of
and
any
black?
sort. Well, East Indian of any sort. We don't get. I'm
East
sure Mexican East would also apply. I haven't done a lot of catered events of that, but I'm partial to that because I lived in Mexico for a year. But in terms of catered weddings, I worked for a East Indian company, and we did a lot of East Indian weddings, and they were Sikh, Hindu,
And people were happy.
Muslim.
Bex.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's this one right here.
Well,
Like
they do huge events. They're 3-day
She got
events.
the fake
right?
tits. She's got to get her money's worth.
the huge events, right? You're right. Yeah, you know, she's the most happy, the one that's like the MILF of the MILF or whatever. Yeah.
She's
But she's
wearing
got
all
to be the
gold.
center of
That's
attention.
good. That's a good dress.
Yeah.
Doing it
Plus, you know, when you spend that much on your tits, you got to get your money's worth.
right.
Yeah. So these are the matriarchs of the family, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I had assumed this was America, but this is probably not America, huh? Definitely not America.
Look at her. She's like, oh, God, please let
She's
this stop. Why do I have to do this?
That would be annoying though, like going to like 10 weddings in a fucking year.
Oh, and
You
you've
know?
got to when you're the caterer, you got to treat everyone like it's the most important day. Of their
Oh no,
life.
for a
You know what I
caterer,
mean?
that's
Like,
good. That's your business.
well,
No, I'm talking about
Yeah,
like
but-
as a participant.
Well,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you got to bring a money full of an envelope full of money every time too.
Well, and a lot
Mm-hmm.
of cultures, like other cultures, anyone can go to the wedding. Like the wedding is held.
So you got to bring money. You have to bring money in an envelope.
Shadow. An envelope, yeah.
Not in a lot of poorer cultures.
Okay.
You said the Indian wedding?
Yep, lots of Indian weddings. Yeah, lots of fun. I mean, we're there with the food, right? Not always. We're not there for the event. We're not there for the vows. Sometimes, the food arrives and they want appetizers and stuff there. So some people are there, but usually the ceremony is not where the food is. It's somewhere in the distance, so you're
Right.
not necessarily a part of it. But you're there for all the
This is
speeches.
amazing. Here's an Indian in America wedding. It's kind of like tame. Oh, there we
Indian
go.
dance at Polish wedding.
Oh, nah, that's okay. Indian dance.
Indians are sweet.
The actual.
Their parties after are loud like discos. Like they're just
Yeah.
loud. They're just so loud.
So much fun.
And even as a server, I wore earplugs.
So beautiful.
They have dope. Definitely have dope attire. It's like a mixed wedding.
These monkey brains are excellent.
Oh God. So many people were programmed with that. Chilled monkey brains. I was told that Cali Mall cult was to frighten children.
I can't believe my parents didn't tell me you were black.
Gonna make some Mississippi masala babies. That's cool. Bex and Sherelle, you ever got henna?
Not yet. I would do it though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
She looks like her life is over.
I had a tattoo.
It
and
is.
had
You
it
think she
removed,
look
though.
very happy? Yeah, pretty much is. The old way of doing things is.
You got to celebrate because that's your last voyage out of the house.
Okay, I see.
See,
What's Italian way? Oh,
Max Extreme could convert to Hinduism.
there we go, Italian wedding. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're holding hands.
Oh, I love them all. Those parties are the best.
I heard that song before.
You can see how I got the music right. It's like essentially the same thing.
That's good.
So
People
pretty.
are dressed a little different. Do the guys on the panel, do you like going to weddings?
No.
My first date with my wife was a wedding. She said,
Really?
She asked me if I wanted to go. I said, "Is there an open bar?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "All right."
you were pro. How long after that did you get married?
7 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got the flowers.
That's a different kind of 7-year itch.
Yeah, the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Right, Beck? Yeah. We got married
Always a
like
rebel.
7 months after our first date or whatever, like that. You know, I want to call it.
7 months for you, MPC?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
your love then.
And that was my. Yeah. And I didn't even think I would get married. Oh, as a kid, I probably thought I was going to get married, but then in my 20s and stuff, I was like, no, I don't think. I mean, I'm okay if I don't get married. But then, I mean, you know, shit happens when I found the right person for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I married my high school sweetheart. I don't regret it either.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you knew him? You knew him since you were a teenager, huh?
Like, I
That's
didn't
kinda
know
sweet.
him. He was like 2 grades ahead of me. He was like that popular guy that I would never talk to in
Mhm.
school. Yeah. But we ran into each other
Like
when I was in 12th.
Like Max Extreme.
Don't even. What are you talking about?
Our Max over here, yeah.
What do you mean like
well, yeah.
him?
Oh no. I mean, no, like you said, the popular guy that all the girls wanted and all the men wanted to be like.
That dude was not popular in school, bro.
I think he was
I
a punk,
differ.
like not like a bad, like you know, like a punk, music punk, that type of punk.
Which dude was not popular in school?
Maxed Extreme.
This Max Extreme. That's what this.
I would bet that Max Extreme has always been as memorable as he is.
No, it's a persona is an
Nothing- there's nothing new.
overcompensation.
I would bet
I'm
that
with
people
you, Bex.
remember him from
The
them
whole
as,
thing
from
is
then
a
as well,
shield for his
for something.
for his repressed homosexuality.
But he's out about it. I
Holy
thought he
shit.
was out about it. He said he was out about it.
When I heard he was gay, he got upset.
I know he got very upset when I said the same as well, but he's allowed to say that he is.
Well, you might have done it wrong. Maybe he's bisexual.
He did say that. He said maybe he is. Last time.
Yeah, but he doesn't like women.
But he's interested in women with penises.
Those are men.
That's not a woman, though.
That's a man. That's a man, baby.
And not fat ones. I don't think he. I mean, again, I'm just
Fat
assuming
women or fat penises?
fat women. It sounds like he's really upset about the fat women thing. And I was thinking, could sex parties have like a turn right for fat, turn left for thin? Like,
Good idea.
You know, like,
Well, he said he wants segregation. He
mean?
did say that in the video we were watching.
what does that mean? I'm just assuming,
Segregation
like,
between
that
the
there's,
fat
you
and
know,
non-fat.
Means no fatties.
kind of like
yeah.
smoking, non-smoking, like, you know,
Yeah.
Okay.
like fat, not fat, you know. And then there's going to be the obsessed sorters that are like, man, you should stand in the middle. They're going to be the ones that are like,
Yeah, see, that opened up so many parameters.
Afghanistan.
to look at, you know.
Too gorgeous.
Too tall, too
Absolutely
short.
well,
beautiful.
I'm just saying people can throw
Probably
whatever
something.
whatever kind of sex party they want to. People can segregate and
Those
make their
guys are up to no
choices
good.
and, you know, just do their thing, whatever they're doing, right? It's
Those
just-
guys just plotted against America.
Oh
They're
God. Yeah. Hey Bex, I remember like when I met my wife, like one of the first time we actually had like an official date. I was like that same weekend I got offered to go to a sex party from my an ex, you know, and I never had been to one before. I think I made the right choice though. I know I made the right choice though.
Sounds like you did.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
You know?
Your
Look at all
ex
the
invited
white
you to a
while you're
sex
eating.
party?
You know.
I said like
Sorry.
the weekend I went out like for my I went on like a date, I guess you can say, with my wife, my future wife. That same week I got invited to like an orgy or sex party or whatever, right?
A Diddy party.
And I'd never been to one of those before, right? I mean, and
it's good.
I chose to go to on the date with my wife instead and never look back.
Yeah.
Has anybody on panel ever been to one of those parties? Bex?
What, a sex party?
I knew there
This
was
guy has Brick. What's up, Brick?
I've just came back from one.
Perfect.
What's up, Bricky
Tell
boy?
us all
Good to
about
see you, man.
Did you cross the streams? Was there the crossing of two swords?
No, that would be gay, wouldn't it? That's just fucking gay. Whoever said that there. Come on.
Max. I'm the good, supposed to be the good. I don't know about that now. What's up? Bex, you were saying, Bex?
Yeah, I used to do stand-up comedy, which overlapped into burlesque, which overlapped into the kink community in a way that people always assumed that you were affiliated with more than one group. And there was a guy who used to throw parties that were family friendly till 9:30 p.m. and then 9:30 and onwards was definitely intended to be a open fuck fest or whatever.
How did a sex party become kid
He's in the bowl,
friendly
right?
before a certain time?
Yeah,
Okay,
they just
Diddy.
they had a huge barbecue, and everyone kept it tame and family friendly, and because these
is
people
barbecue a
in some of these
euphemism?
communities, well, some of those kink communities, they've known each other for decades, so
Yeah, that's true.
It's your Bex.
That's-
Bex, my
yeah.
love. You used to do stand-up comedy.
Yep.
But ultimately you ended up lying on your back.
Pardon me. Well, the irony of
He's
it is the one time
hilarious.
I went to one of those parties was after 2020, right? People were like itching to get out of their houses. And we ended up in the hot tub at like, let's say 9:30, 10 o'clock, right? So there's a bunch of people in the hot tub, and what ends up happening, like, which actually turned out to be kind of like a mellow, warm tub, like it wasn't hot enough. That being said, we all talked for hours and hours. We talked for like 5 hours. And then the next time they tried to invite me to one of their parties, I was like, I don't think you want me to come. Like, I don't know if people snuck off. I don't know how many people were left, but there was a good 8 to 10 of us around the hot tub that, none of those people got laid. And I wasn't there intending to, stay past per se, like that's, it's anyways. Yeah.
Not much of a sex party, is it, Bex, if you're not getting your end
Well, yeah. So I was like, I don't know, like, it's great. See, the thing about the kink community is they're very good at communicating, right? So, the prude community, they're like, oh, we don't even want to talk about kissing or babies or love or anything. Whereas the kink community, they can talk about, anything, right? And yet the one thing they can't talk about is the fact that some people ended up in the kink community because that was their only entry into sex, right? So they actually, the only thing that they haven't had the conversation about is having like a monogamous, like serious relationship with someone in their kink community, right? Like they're too willing to, they're not willing to risk that per se. Anyways, definitely interesting. It's its own panelverse. But yeah, I was there doing my usual, like, talk and yeah.
Right, Bex, let's face it. You went, right? This is one of them key swapping parties, people, right? Okay, where everyone chucks their car keys into the bowl, right? This is what Bex is talking about. Everyone goes and throws their car keys into the bowl.
Well, yeah, I've definitely been to earlier dinner parties with these people, knowing that their level of, let's just say, self-expression sexually was not my thing.
Let's face it, you turned up in a high Hyundai, right? Okay, and you were wanting to leave in a Mercedes. Right, okay. So,
I'm good with my. I have a Korean car, actually. It's fantastic.
Subaru. Hey, Bex, you being a Scorpio woman, would you say sexuality is a big part of your life? Because supposedly, Scorpio,
Well,
sex, sexuality and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in my 50s now, so it's answering from a different place than when I was younger. But for sure, if anything, I would say, culturally, astrologically, whatever, the reason would be, I would say that, that compatibility, was always understated for Gen X, on a lot of levels, right?
Yes.
So that, sexual compatibility or something like that being a thing sort of at the forefront of,
you have to have a connection. Yeah, a deeper connection, you're saying, kind of?
I think that we could teach people to look into, more levels of compatibility and how they define that, right? Which again, I think is what that's what the kink community kind of tends, to mask with.
MILF,
MILF
or GILF?
What are you, MILF or a GILF?
Well,
she's a MILF. She's not a grandma.
Well, hang on a second, she may be. I'm asking her what she describes as. She said she's 50. She's not far off.
It would I mean, unless stepchildren count, then it would just be a WILF, which would just be woman. Because
a wife.
She looks young too, man.
Well, I don't fit into the mother or grandmother category. Definitely not grandmother yet, but only stepmother. So I guess that would be a SMILF.
Max says you sound funny, but you look younger than 50. So.
Sounds like there's going to be a bit of a pong,
Yeah. Brick, have you ever been to a sex party?
Fucking hell, I'm not kidding you. Have you been locked up with my wife before? Honestly.
Oh, really?
No. Does she have big booty?
A massive orgy for her and all her sex toys, right? Okay.
Please go.
Oh God! All of them. Each sex toy counts as a sentient being, or what?
Yeah, some of them I'm not really fond of at the moment, right? Okay, she's got ones with like 2 prongs on it, right? Okay, and they've got Duracell batteries in them, so they last forever. I'm not.
That's keen on them. I was like, oh my God, I'm blushing.
They gold plated.
That sounds crazy.
I tell you what, if they were gold plated, I'd take it, right, and I'd fucking wear the cunt in afterwards. Okay, but no, they're just latex. That's all they are, latex.
Y'all are crazy.
It's not so funny that you see the brick talking like that. The avatar. It's like the little brick. It's.
Do you want to see me new avatar, NBC? Do you want to see me new avatar?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Right, this is me new avatar, right? Okay, it's my bro made this for me, right? You actually made two for it, right? Okay, but he has one. He has one.
Oh, okay. I'm getting like Kool-Aid.
This is the one with me like having like a bad hair day.
Oh, that's when you're fuming. That's when Brick's on the rant for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. It's like a younger Brick. It's like a cooler version, almost like a hipster nerd kind of angry.
This
angry
is me
bricklayer.
tonight. This is me tonight, though.
You feeling that Darth Vader vibe? Ricky?
Sith Lord type shit. Sith Lord.
Sith Lord. Absolute. Yeah. Are you gonna beat up Chase for doing a show with your partner?
I don't have to beat up Chase. He's beat himself up. He's absolutely beat himself up tonight, right? I didn't even have to.
Chris Lachance. Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah. Why is Chris Lachance? Like, I think we have fun here too, my spot. But me personally, I have a lot of fun over that Marathon Kev spot, and also in Chris's spot, man. I haven't gone to your spot yet, but Chris is fun, man.
Oh, my spot. Look, at my spot is like if you take Marathon Kev and you add Chris Lestrange's spot, right, and then you stick a little bit of like, let's just say magic fairy dust in it, right? Okay, where it becomes,
Lauren?
like
There is no magic fairy dust with Kev. You can't put those two together. Sorry. It's just not gonna work.
Pause. He would say pause.
Pause. Yeah.
Yeah, with hand sticking out.
I just didn't. How you're not going to stop me from doing it? I
They
just
just
put Marathon
did.
Kev in with fairy dust.
Damn.
What are you going to do about it?
Okay.
Wow.
Pause.
Wow.
Pause.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, this is what I said to you. If you come over to my stream, you're going to get a little bit of shit like this. Right? But
Lindsay, come up. That's so good. You little shit.
Come up,
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Lindsay, come up, bro.
Lindsay.
She's finished with
Lindsay
dinner.
had more questions
She
about
does
vagina.
eat, guys.
But she wants
She
a
has what?
specific
Oh
topic.
yeah, Max. What did you heard that? You heard her question before, right, Max?
Oh yeah. She had more questions about vaginas she was going to bring up. I thought
Vagina.
You missed it. Yeah, she was asking me about vaginas.
I have some experience.
Who
in
was
this field, so
who was
yeah,
asking?
maybe I can
Who
help
was
out.
asking about
Lindsay
vagina?
was asking me if because Hormaxer was saying disgusting these big vaginas at the BBW club, and Lindsay was saying, is there a difference? She's like, being someone that you probably have seen your fair share of vaginas. Is there a difference between a connotation to body size? And I was like, no. You know what I mean? It's like,
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine is so pretty.
They're all unique.
It's not.
Some of them look like wizards.
They're all very unique.
But so you're saying a bigger girl can have a tight V vag?
Yeah.
Beefy.
That's what she was asking.
Not tight, beefy.
No, you're talking roast beef. You're talking about what
Beefy,
they call
that's
it?
gross.
Libya,
Right?
Libya, or Libya, whatever.
I have a story, guys. My first time at a strip club in Miami, and I was with some people from, this, I don't know, music studio, and we all went to a strip club. I did not know. They warned me. They said, there's going to be beefy pussy there. And I'm like, oh, it's okay.
They said that?
Right. Yeah, but then they paid for a table dance. And in Miami, they get naked, and I was so grossed out. And then the guys were all looking at me because they paid for it. And that was so nasty. I'll never forget that ever. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You didn't have fun that
nasty,
night?
nasty ass shit.
What did you expect when you went to the strip club? Do you expect them to keep their clothes on?
Well,
Good
some
question.
clubs in America, they do.
Yeah, they're not strip clubs though. They're just clubs.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those ones, the ones that are completely naked, you can't touch them.
In Canada, prostitution.
You
Some
can't
of them,
touch
some of
them.
them. Depends.
You can't touch them in
I
any
don't
state in the union that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Canada,
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean,
do.
I mean, some clubs allow it, but it's still illegal.
That's why
if you're in the champagne room, it's different.
There is no sex in the champagne room.
Sure.
There's no sex. Yeah.
Why would a woman
I mean,
go to a strip club? Why is a woman going to the strip club unless she's?
Yeah, I don't get that. Right.
Why?
Go ahead,
Because
Rick.
all women do in Miami.
Well, all women.
All women
bisexual
go.
in
That's
Miami.
the after party place to go.
You leaving out the important part. He said, Sherelle, about the bi part. I like the bi part.
What do you mean?
Oh, Ricky.
All right, why would a woman go to a female strip club if she's not bisexual?
Or is that where you pick up men?
Or
Because
just a
it's
lesbian?
so much
Just a blatant
fun.
lesbian.
Ricky, are you
It
gay?
is so much fun.
I'm bisexual. I'm greedy.
Oh, okay.
Well,
there you go.
it's not like normal in Miami. Like DJM can tell you that.
What's up, Lindsay? Welcome back. How was dinner? Did you have roast beef?
Oh, you got bacon flaps? You got roast beef or bacon flaps?
Bacon flap, yeah.
No, I did not. I needed to clarify something. Forget about what I had. It wasn't that interesting. But okay, we're talking about Hormaxer. Keep in mind, and
Yeah.
he made the
There he
point
is.
that he
Feel those
was.
guns.
Oh, good. You just did he just get here? Maybe he can clarify this. Not Max Extreme, but Hormaxer. Are they different people? Or are they the same?
They're the same. I think I never seen them in the same room together, same panel. So
Okay.
I'm assuming
Firstly-
that they're different people.
I don't know. If you're here, Hormaxer, whatever you want to be called,
Such a cool name.
feel free to
It is,
join
isn't it?
in.
Whoremaster.
That's
What did you want to clarify,
that's a
Lindsay?
G- That's a pimp name, and that's a
Okay,
pimp
so there's a
name.
little bit of a misunderstanding
is.
there. First, he started attacking BBWs, but then
Right.
he went specifically into BBW vagina. Not
Right.
No, he wasn't specifically saying that BBWs have fat or beefy vagina. He was
Mhm.
saying something indicating that their vaginas are in some way characteristically not as good as, say, a thin or normal person's normal weight
Yeah.
person's vagina. And so I was asking for clarification on this because I'm not a connoisseur of vagina. I have not been touching them. I have not been. You get it. I'm
He
having-
prefers a vagina that's attached to a
You've
man's
had a
body.
vagina all your life and you've never touched it.
So what is the difference? And I asked, and then I was told that you can still be tight and have a beefy vagina, and that helped a little bit, but it didn't help me understand why Hormaxer was saying he's against ladies that are overweight vaginas, their vaginas in particular.
Because they're sweaty.
Yeah, the sweaty. That's another one.
From experience, that girl that gave me that lap dance, she was skinny.
Yeah,
She was like
I've heard.
120 pounds, and she had some nastiness going on. Yeah.
I would bet that he considers it a waste of good vagina. Like,
It's the same. it's
wouldn't
made
that
of
be
the
like if all women were thin, then I could have my pick of all of them and I could pick a different thing, like a nose I'm not interested in, but at least I could still have thin vagina.
Well, here's some insight into
also
what he was saying. He
consider,
says,
like,
"I talked about." I talked about the fupa over the pussy.
The
That's what he was talking about. The fupa. I like that word.
What
yeah,
is
like does
that?
she trim? Does she powder? You know, does she keep it clean and tidy down there? Is it
Giantarian,
empty? Is it sweaty?
Boy.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of factors.
We
powder
in
your
Britain
balls?
call it the gunt. We call it the gunt, right? It's a bit between the cunt and the gut.
Wait a minute. We barely even got off the vagina comparison topic.
You
and
just
we're already
you're
on
just a
the
guns
gut.
lover. A guns
You're
lover over
reminding
there,
me of a
Bricky.
time a neighbor was telling a story about changing his a friend's tires, right? He was changing a friend's tires, and she'd always worn long shirts with her leggings, and he was down changing her tires when suddenly he got gunt slapped, right? Gunt slapped. And he's telling this story to me, and he's like, so I got totally gunt slapped. Suddenly I was gunt slapped changing these tires. Oh my God, I was laughing
big
so
was it?
hard. Well,
big was the
he
gut,
was
man? Big gut
traumatized.
slap.
He had never
That's
imagined
huge.
that she had one. And then when he found out she had one, he was in such a bad position, probably looking up her her
He
little
was
like
definitely in
her
a
little
bad
half
position.
like
He was
moo
definitely in a bad
hoping to
position
see
to get
boobs,
slapped by
but
the gunt.
yes,
He was
gunt
definitely in a
slap.
bad position.
We still
Well, if you-
haven't differentiated because so far I've learned that thin women can have big beefy hamburgers.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
conversely, big beefy women can have
Mhm.
little tiny petite cute little things.
Mhm.
So as far as
Depends.
Hormax are making any kind of sense with that vagina comment, no fat vaginas, did he really mean vaginas that belong to fat people? Or did he really mean
Yes.
literally fat vaginas?
No.
I think he just.
What did he mean?
Yeah, vaginas attached to.
He
fat.
just doesn't like fat people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like fat people. He's
Listen,
this
fat
Gen X, he
vaginas
says.
need love as well, people. Fat vaginas
They
need
do.
love as well.
But it's
Yeah.
illogical.
But it may be like like a man. Like,
Illogical, listen to you.
Just because he's big, just like tall or whatever, doesn't mean he has a big slong. Or just because someone's short doesn't mean they have a huge small slong. So,
But
the same
short
thing
has
with
the advantage
pussies.
of looking longer, relatively speaking.
Right.
Depending on
Right.
how big
That's
your
true.
hands are too.
You know, they don't necessarily have to shave to make it look bigger because they just have to stand up. And
It's like too late to edit myself out of these clips.
You love it. This will add to this one. Shadow Buddha says NPC. Remember, we used to know a dude named Based Escort Cell. Yeah, for sure. His channel was all about like he walk you through finding an escort. So if anybody
oh my
wanted to
God,
know
he
about
was so
that,
funny. You know the secret about him?
Mhm.
The secret about him, like,
believe
you know,
Bex
he had
knows
that
about it.
perfect posture, right? He had that perfect posture, that sculpted, like, you know, chin line of hair and that angle down, domineering down to his chat, right? Well, if you
Mhm.
ever got him face on which he had a few shorts on his face on his channel early on, face
Mhm.
on, that guy had resting kind face.
Oh,
He
really?
looked like such a nice guy. It's so funny too. Like he had
He was
those
a
like
bitch.
soft eyes at the sides, like just really he looked like such
Wait, are
a
you
nice
talking about?
guy.
No, are you talking about Based Oracle? We're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Based.
he had
No,
he
no,
had
no, no. This is
resting
different.
kind face.
We said.
Oh, that's a
we said
different guy.
Based.
Basic.
Yeah, Escort Cell.
Yeah, that's who they were referring to. Then,
Yeah,
no?
that's his alter ego, NPC. That's Based Oracle's alter ego. Right?
Yeah, that's
No,
one of the.
no, we know actually somebody named Based. He's a whoremonger. He has a channel. He's a black
Oh,
pillar. Yeah,
I see.
it's not him. It's not who
If you
you
want to
think.
go there and troll Bex, I'm perfectly willing and able.
Yeah, I want to go there
Interesting.
and find myself a fucking an escort.
You're talking about Based
You
Oracle,
too.
huh? Wherever
Yeah, I
happened,
was
he said
talking
he had a
about
kind face.
Oracle.
Based. So you were saying that he had a kind face, huh?
Very kind face.
Very kind.
Very kind face.
That guy, but he seemed like such a Karen.
Karen.
Well, you know, people get
The way
into
he
their.
talked.
A bit of a minge.
To point out your
Prude.
Listen to him.
Yeah,
That
I guess
that
crude,
tone,
yeah.
Yeah.
that Karen tone.
the fact
The
that
tone
you
when
asked
he's
me to point
arguing
out
with
your
Andrew.
trolling, and here I go pointing out your
When he
trolling.
talk- whenever he
And the only
talks.
thing you can come back
You
with
agreed
is,
to
what
him
are
being
you
the
doing
mod.
with your dick?
Yeah, but
Bro,
look at
you
this.
Lindsay,
agreed
do you
Like,
have
that you would
something
be
with
the
him?
mod.
look at these
No,
kids.
this-
They're calling the
Then
kettle
how's
black.
it bad
Like,
faith?
You
whatever they're
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah.
They're on the
Whatever.
same
It
He's
is
page.
in
fucking the
it-
moderator.
I thought he
What
was
happened
very
in
good
Based
looking,
Oracle?
and I don't like
Yeah, what
redheads.
happened to him?
He tried to
think
hit on
Do you know
Lindsay.
what
Lindsay
happened to
said,
him?
"Get the fuck out of here." That's what happened.
There's more to this story than I can even say than would be appropriate to say to
Lindsay, what you
that.
done
I have
with
so
Oh no, I
many
want to hear. I want to hear, Lindsay. Come on,
questions.
Lindsay. Spill the
would
tea,
be
Lindsay.
It would be
Come on,
throwing
Lindsay.
mud, slipping and sliding that pig in the mud and rolling it
He said
over.
pig.
I thought that's
Pun
what you do.
intended.
Frying, not all the time. I'm trying to get better.
Not all the time.
Right. I'm getting better. You notice that?
You trying to quit?
I try
I
not
don't
to keep-
I don't notice because I'm not one of your haters. Like I don't know all the list of your misdeeds.
I don't even know all my haters. And you can call them misdeeds if you want, or drama episodes or whatever. I've called some truths out and been called
I know
a
you
liar
took
when
your tits out on a stream once, and I was sad that I
Oh, I've
missed.
never seen this.
Oh, what the
Send me the
hell?
link.
Where were
Send me
we?
the link.
I
Pricky,
thought
where were we?
my bad, Lindsay. I thought everybody knew that.
It's
And I was just gonna say I was just sad that I missed it. You know, that was the only problem I had with it. Was like, how the hell? What the hell? I miss all the good streams.
we all have a little bit of wilderness bad decision makings about us. You know, we've
I bet
all.
you my titties are bigger than yours, Lindsay.
If I had great boobs that were like double D's and they were big and they were luscious,
Double
it would really
Ds,
be something
Jesus.
else. But
Lindsay, you got a request, Lindsay. Lindsay, really come over to my stream,
okay.
I would like that.
Come
I
on,
would like to
Lindsay.
see you guys
Lindsay.
definitely work together on
On
a stream.
OnlyFans?
Work
No, I'm
together?
saying on YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah. That
Not
would be
work together, but like
Work, work,
flirt,
work.
have a dialogue.
I'm not even
So,
gonna.
Lindsay, spill
bother.
this tea. Come on. You're teasing
Okay, how
us.
can
It
I
would
put
be
this
so
delicately?
good.
I will
Spill
the beans,
delicately
Lindsay.
and
Spill the beans.
diplomatically put this: that he is a very strange man, that he has something attractive and magnanimous about him that attracts women. It's sort of a
Lindsay wants to
mess.
fuck the historical.
Can I just tell the truth here from
Let
what
us
Yeah,
go
could you?
with it.
Yeah, could you say that
I
again?
can't stand that guy. Oh, sorry.
Tell the truth, Lindsay, like you've been doing. That's the only thing you do.
That's what I've been doing. Anyway,
Yeah.
he has something that is attractive to a lot of women, not all women.
Mhm.
I was sort of invited to call him, and I did. And I found out that there's no reason why he's particularly attractive when you speak to him. Because he is very, very.
Go to this.
So he has your phone number?
I pretty much think that he would know better than to call that number again, and I know better too.
Yeah, it's easy to push block.
You talking about Hormaxer?
No, I'm talking about based Oracle.
Face or
Oh, I thought you were talking about Hormaxer.
No, Lindsay.
Oh,
I mean,
what's
God.
your name? Spent the night there.
Let's clear that up.
Grace Thorpe.
Yeah.
Is
thank you.
Hormaxer and Max Extreme the same person?
Yes.
No.
No.
No, they're not.
I'm gonna confuse you even more. I thought Max Visions was Finkel at first.
No, but Max Vision is not Max Extreme. I know
No,
that.
they're not. No. Max Extreme is right. Max Vision is right here.
Exactly.
You would know.
No,
you
Max
would know
Vision.
Max
No.
Extreme was
I was
on the.
asking if
Hormaxer is Max Extreme.
Let me make
Yes.
this clear.
There you go.
I do
Yes.
not know Hormaxer. I may tease him on here. I've never met him. I never really had a full conversation with him other
don't
than
know him.
online.
I don't
Yeah,
know him.
I don't know
Never heard
him
of
like Thorpe does, Grace Thorpe, and went over there and had tea with him and a great conversation. I do not know him, but
You don't know
I
him.
have
You don't call
spoken
him
to Based Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all you need to know. Cray cray.
Wait, what was that? What was that last sentence? Sorry.
I said that's
That's
it.
all we need to
all you
know. We want to know more though.
Something based Oracle.
We don't need to know, but we want to know now, Lindsay, even more now.
No, we have
Right,
to know.
and
We have
this
to
is
know.
the con-
We have to, yeah. If you don't tell you, I'm gonna keep playing this over and over again.
Come on.
I don't want to know. I just want to know what that last thing you said was.
That's Max. That's Hormaxer.
I have never spoken to
That's the
Hormaxer.
same guy in the chat.
He's the
Yeah.
one that loved Sarah. Tomato.
It's pretty ripped, huh?
Yeah, he's had breast implants.
Breast or chest. Hey, he's thinner than that now, isn't he?
I'm
I'm
just saying, there's no
We'll
way
see.
somebody can get titties that big without having legs that small. Right? Okay.
Are you talking about Hormaxer or
Well, the
Lindsay?
person you had on the screen there, right, he had a big upper body with a shit lower body. We all know that lower body growth promotes upper body growth, right? He's definitely
Right.
had implants.
What?
Implants? You think he
No.
got like
I
pec
think
implants?
he's got a shake weight.
Yeah, me too, Bex.
I think he's got a
It says
fat.
late night cardio. No woman over 40 can handle me.
So I want to get some cardio in tonight.
I don't do hairy chest.
Right? Where's his biceps?
He's got some
Where
muscle
are
there.
his biceps?
Yeah, muscle.
He does
Where's
not
his
have
biceps?
I
biceps.
get stronger.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
The grease monkey.
You
Get
guys
up here, Max.
He's ready to be a dad.
Come on, Max. He's ready to be a dad. A dad dance.
Yes, right. He's
That's
definitely-
cardio. It is cardio. Good dancing is good
Yeah.
cardio.
Let's hear it for the
It's
comment.
considered Max. Is this considered a ecstatic dance?
Couldn't pay me to do it, but yeah.
He only cares about fuck puppies.
So much
respect that
homoerotic
people-
energy going on with this dude.
There is, isn't there?
It is off the fucking charts, bro.
Homoerotic.
He said he's,
I'm with you,
he's done both.
Denison.
I mean, listen, kudos to his tracks. Like, he's got big tracks.
Kind of like Chippendales, right?
No.
No,
How do you have that big
that's the thing. You watch men who dance for women don't look like this. This is what a man who dances for a man looks like.
And even those men that
Holy
dance for
shit,
women
Denison.
dance for more men than they do for women.
Absolutely.
True,
most
facts,
dance-
facts,
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah, men pay more money than women. These are tight bitches.
You remember Mr. Pie? Mr. Pie on here?
Glenn-
He used to dance at a gay strip club.
He was a dancer. Yeah, I think Glenn Lawrence was too.
No way.
Yeah.
For men?
Oh my God, Glenn
No,
still wears the
I didn't say
tearaway-
that. For
he
women.
still wears the tearaway
women.
collared shirts for
for
sure.
anyone if the money was right. Okay?
For
Glenn's
anybody.
still wearing his tearaway clothes. I
If the
love
money
it.
was right,
I totally
Glenn would
makes
not
sense.
for anyone. He was a good businessman. He was a good businessman.
No, Bricky, were you trolling when you said you're bisexual and you're greedy?
I don't know, was I?
That was a funny
Oh
way
my
to
God.
put it.
You have to ask his wife.
That's what he
You wanna
said.
find out?
I want to find out, but not in the way you want.
Well, then you're never going to find out, then, are you?
Oh, that's all the more
Okay,
for
then
Brittany
I have
then.
to deal with it.
The reason I asked was because he said something like he had never
I
met
tell
a
you what,
woman
I'm going to
before.
leave. I'm going to leave that to your imagination because, like, I'm not a pure slut,
Well,
right? Okay? I like to leave something to the imagination.
Okay.
Who do you
That's,
think
that's two. That's two. Wait, there's two men that have confessed on my stream in the last year that they're bisexual. The Bricky was the most recent. The first one was Caucasian Sasquatch.
No
I
way.
did
Yeah,
ask him after
he's
he
not
said he
really
had a sex
bisexual.
party.
He's just a gay lord that like gets given
No
it
way.
whenever he wants it. Okay,
Are you sure he wasn't
Yes,
just
that word
fucking with
sounds
you?
like
I pick
great.
and choose what I want, right? Okay,
Gay
I pick
lord.
and choose what I want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I support you
Sasquatch
either
is
way, man.
definitely homo erotic.
Oh my
You
god.
love it though, Lindsay. You fucking love it.
The internet is gay. It's okay.
It's pretty
Yeah,
much.
pretty
we all go
much.
all the way
Damn
around.
No, hey, wait a minute.
It's okay.
Hey, long as we're not
Let's
feminists,
gay,
Bex.
Let's come on now, people, and fucking play.
You know why I say that?
What's that?
I think Caucasian loves flu.
Oh
I think
shit.
Caucasian loves flow.
You
Right.
do?
Is she being
It's a man
racist right now? Is she being racist?
Brixie.
Right.
People are calling you
It's
Brixie.
like he's missing a chromosome or something.
Like he loves him like a brother, maybe.
No, I've got an extra chromosome. That's why I'm Down syndrome. Okay.
Facts.
Okay, fine. So who is attractive to you if you're bisexual? Which men?
No
around
fucker.
these areas that
Nobody.
we-
Nobody.
Not a single person?
Not a single person.
Ah,
But
Well,
Ryan, if we
not
ever meet in
even-
person, I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah, he might. Now he might be. Now flow state might be. Okay, flow state fantasies. Okay.
It's just not working. What's wrong with this?
Get out of the street, you fucking bum!
Anyway, sorry guys. Did you see it? Did it play?
it sure did.
I seen it.
It did. Could you hear it? I couldn't even hear it. Was
Get
there
out of
any-
the street, you fucking bum.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
So you
need
can
a
hear
new
it.
computer.
So
Let
you-
me see.
you
Now
can-
we're good. I can't see anything. It's just a black.
But Ryan,
line.
if we ever meet in person, I'm gonna fuck you.
Is that
You're
to
good.
Ryan, the coder?
The gay guy. Yeah. Radical coder or something like that.
Radical coder.
That's a bit like that. Is it Charles White? You know that black fucking dude that does a podcast. with-
Charleston White.
Yeah,
Yeah, Charleston
hit
White.
him in the ass. Hit his ass. Something like that. You know what I mean? It's like that. What he keeps going for the ass. You know. Now look at it. I want to ask you a question. With 4 children, a wife for 22 years, right? Okay.
Mhm.
How likely do you think it's going to be for me to be bisexual?
Well,
You could be undercover, bro. Ricky.
Right.
What's the question?
No, undercover bloke. Undercover bloke.
Initially,
Back
was
to
it
the original
easier to
question, how
break your
likely?
vows? Like, is it like
Not very
it's like
high.
not cheating if it's with a guy kind of thing? Like,
Can you guys translate that into English? I missed it.
Bex is on to his. Bex
American English, huh?
Bex is on to his. Bex is on to his.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. But I've never been.
It's highly
told by
unlikely,
Bex,
but
so-
bro, you're a lucky dude, Brick. You've always gone against percentages. So this
22 years and 4 children, all boys as well, all male, right? Okay, and I've raised them based as fuck. But the fact of the matter is, right, sucking dick is gay, right? Unless you're a woman.
It is.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
So whatever I
Yes.
say to you, you believe it. That just gives me ammo, fuel for the fire. Okay.
I mean, I'm not losing any sleep over it. I'm just trying to.
Well, you
I
wouldn't
know,
lose any
right?
sleep over it, would you?
Like
Unless you
you're
went to one of the
really
gay
not
clubs.
like appetizing us, doing anything for us. It's doing
Just
more for
ask him,
you.
dude. Yeah.
You asked the question
He likes
and
to be
he answered
ambiguous.
it.
Lindsay, shut up because
Thank
we
you,
know
Sherelle.
we know you want to be a lesbian, but
Well,
no
I
woman
was
fancies you.
I was asking directly if some men choose to be with other men when they're married, because it's not in their mind breaking the vows of marriage, right? So it could just start with
still
just
cheating.
a blowjob, right? Like where you're not
Oh yeah, the
you're
whole
not with a
Brokeback
woman.
Mountain.
So
Cope.
Brokeback Mountain back.
Bex,
Yeah,
when did
that's
when
just
did this
being
happen?
gay with
Bex? When
extra
did this
steps.
happen to you? This sounds like you want a man that left you for another man.
no. I'm just saying the psychology
Like
of
that
some
John
people,
Grande's
like
dad. Like we talked
some
about. Remember
people's
John Grande?
psychology around
Sounds like
their
you went through
sexuality
this
is really
experience
repressed.
before, Bex.
No, some
Yeah,
people
but those
say-
people are super gay though. Like,
Yeah.
like, say for example, in Afghanistan, that probably does happen, but that's because they're gay.
It does happen a lot. We did a stream about that.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, bro. They take the young boys even. Not all of them, but there's a subsector of people that they quote unquote mentor them, but they're actually molesting them and
But shouldn't
turning
they be
them
chucked
out.
off the highest building in the fucking in the designation fucking area? Okay, because homosexuality is a sin.
No,
Yeah.
because it's not homosexual. Then
Yeah, but
they just
if
tell
you're gonna
themselves
go
they're
down-
not
if you're
gay.
gonna go down that route, okay, a rabbi gets to suck a young
It's
child's
the oth-
penis, right? Okay, when he's had a circumcision.
There
That's
are
gay.
But that is what happens during a circumcision.
Hold
Yeah.
on a second. Did I just
And
get
that's
accused of
molestation.
wanting,
That is
wanting
molestation.
to be a lesbian? Brixie?
Wait,
Did you
wait,
just
hold on, hold on.
Brixie?
We got Ozzy.
Yeah,
Ozzy hasn't been here in a minute. Ozzy, how are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good, yeah.
Ozzy.
Ozzy, you are a lesbian too, right? Sorry,
Yes, I
you
am.
came in hot. Yeah, see? Yeah, so we actually have a lesbian here. Thank you for coming up.
Goodness. Yeah.
Ozymandias, how you doing, you carpet muncher?
Hey, Bricky. So you
I was like, oh no. Oh, they're good, yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Ozymandias a legend, right?
Wipe my
Ozymandias
head for
knows my
sweat.
style of fucking humor.
That was good.
Ozymandias very
Yeah.
accustomed to my style of humor. Okay.
Yeah, Bricky knows.
But did she know your
Bricky knows
lifestyle,
her.
Brick? Did she know your lifestyle, Brick?
Hang on, whoa. Right, okay. That's another topic for another day.
He likes to be ambiguous. He likes to be mysterious, Sherelle. See that? He's mysterious.
Bricky
Man
and I
of
hang out
mystery.
at the same places.
I can read right through them, but whatever.
The blue oyster?
Yeah,
No.
You know the blue oyster?
No.
it's not mysterious. It's just full of shit.
Yeah.
Full of shit.
Wait there. Who just said that? Who just said that there? I want to roast this cunt.
It was
Oh,
Max.
it was your real dad.
Max.
Oh,
my
shit.
real dad.
No,
Do you know
no.
who my real dad was? You know who my real
Sorry,
dad
Max.
was? Your mother?
Yeah, it was
My real
me.
dad was your mother. Do you know who
Dennison.
your mother is? No,
Oh,
because you're an
shit.
orphan. Do you know who your real dad is? No.
He's just gonna keep going. It makes a lot of sense.
What's up, Lawrence? How's it going?
Yeah, but he's not gay.
He's Brick on the rant.
He's not gay. He just says
He's always on a
Yay,
Yeah,
brick on a
he's
rant. This is so amazing.
Yay! Hey! Who you talking to, you bitch? You
Hey,
stupid little
careful,
fucking
careful.
bitch.
He got mad. He got
Careful,
mad.
careful.
Oh!
He got mad quick.
I got mad. Just like every man that got mad against you when he realised he was shagging a welly top.
Damn it! I hate when
A welly top, that means something bad, Snowfire. You should just sign off the internet now. Don't ever
I
come
know,
back.
I should have a
Die
long
from
time
embarrassment.
Hey, Snow, honey.
Happens.
Fuck no. You're nothing gay about getting your dick sucked. You're the one that's gay for sucking my dick. What? In fact, creeps me out just being around you fags.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Right.
You're gay.
Even if you're in prison for 3
Law
years.
and order.
I'm confused. Okay.
And that's
Seriously.
Yeah.
You were
There's also
gay the day
oddly
before you
about
went to prison.
vaginas.
That's right.
The size of
Nothing that there's wrong with being gay, but just admit it.
Now, there's prison gay too, right? People say there's prison.
No, that's
No,
I don't know. I've
that's
never been to prison.
that's just gay.
I'm with Dennison on this definition, but AIDS Vancouver Island, their mandate statement and their target.
AIDS?
Yeah, the AIDS Vancouver Island here, the outreach program that has existed for years. Their mandate statement had their target market or whatever you want to call it. They didn't say it like that, but their mission statement has who they're there to help in it. And it started out with homosexual men, intravenous drug users, hemophiliacs, blah, 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 and ended with men who have sex with men. Right? So that the men who have sex with men.
Basically, it started off with gay
That's
men
how
and it ended
fragile
with
it
gay
is. That's how fragile it is. Right?
So it's all gay men. It's all gay
Good
men.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
Good info.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why they have
So there's
holes
a
in
whole
walls.
thing about that too.
Right? That's why they have holes in walls. So, and dolls and stuff, right?
Unbelievable.
Holes in the wall. Talking about glory hole?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that
Yeah.
NPC. Was this a glory hole we're talking about?
Yeah, the health minister of Canada was suggesting during the pandemic that we use glory holes.
Well, that was
Are you serious?
I lost my ever loving fucking mind on Facebook over that, and it was interesting because I really did. I fucking spurred for the first time ever.
Right.
It was beautiful. I did over a couple other things after that too, but that yeah.
Yeah, that was just poetry.
Shit,
Yeah.
Bex, love, Facebook is a poisonous place,
Holy
love.
fuck.
50
Yeah, it
Facebook, I
is.
call it. 50
Absolutely.
Facebook.
Pardon me, Bricky?
How is it more
I call-
poisonous than?
Sorry, I'm saying Facebook is a poisonous place. I call
Oh my
it
gosh,
50,
yeah.
50 Facebook. Right, okay? Like, YouTube's bad enough, right? Going to Facebook.
Oh man, everybody's an
have a channel,
autistic
Max.
influencer now. The autistic
I know.
influencers are so busy with their autistic communities that they're not taking any more applicants. It's hilarious. Oh my god, unfollow.
Here's a theme park that you guys might like.
Just can't get enough of the Glory Hole theme park.
Oh, how do you have these clips?
Magic and adventure. We all like speaking rodents and educate our kids. And now with Jerry Gerbil, the kids have someone they can really relate to.
Kids, come and play. I've got puppies to show you.
Hey, it's Ormaxer.
Speaking rodents. Go on, kids.
Keep falling for me,
Jerry's
Dennis.
wearing a latex bodysuit. See you later, Mom. We're off to have fun with strangers.
He's dancing, see him?
Ride the log flume. Live the adventure of the flaming screen machine. Glory Hole theme park. Open every day till 3 a.m. Come live the
clown.
mystery.
Shout out to GTA. Grab the bottle. Yeah. Glory hole. I mean, I guess, is there a segue to gang culture with this?
Epstein Island advert.
The gerbil
Pretty
mascot
much, yeah.
just makes me sick.
Yeah. Would you guys, in terms of say that the older you get, the more liberal you get in terms of sexuality and stuff, or more conservative?
No. Nope.
He said no. Okay.
Definite no for that guy.
I'm definitely getting more conservative.
Yeah, that's true. Now, did you grow up in a more liberal or conservative environment?
Probably liberal, comparatively speaking, but that was 40 years ago.
Liberal was something different then.
Progressive.
Far right environment.
Progressive cities back then are, comparatively speaking, today would be considered Christian right wing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Yeah.
What's our fascination with gay and why do we talk about it so much?
Could you
know,
pull it
huh?
up?
It's a good question. That's a great question.
I don't normally.
Talk about it.
Like this is, it's not my normal topic of conversation.
Okay, so we're all
I
going
came up when we were talking about vaginas, so
yeah. But
No, it came up when we were talking about a horn maxer.
in society, in our society, like it does come out a lot.
It
I've
does.
noticed too in a lot of panels the transgender thing comes up a lot.
Mhm.
I don't, it comes up a lot
Because it's freaky.
Not only that, there's controversy with a transgender person at the moment, and
Mhm.
that they've been criminally investigated. I can't remember that person's name.
in the panelverse.
No. It's TikToker / YouTuber. They just went into Disneyland, went to a female toilet, and now they're being investigated.
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
I remember
And,
hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the person's name, but yeah, so
Mhm.
they are being criminally investigated for being doing some
Yeah,
shady
that
shit.
ginger fucker that used to sit in restaurants and try and get misgendered, Aussie man.
Yes, that
These
person.
guys are tyrants. They're really disgusting, and they're doing this on purpose. And
Who?
they are loud and
Which guys,
proud.
Sherelle?
The transgenders, they're doing
The
this on
transgender?
purpose. Yeah, it's almost criminally minded to do what they're doing to see how far they can push.
It's perverted. And it's perverted.
The button, yeah. But not only that culture where we have people like Joe Cole that are putting police in
He's
check.
transgendered now.
No.
Poor Joe.
Okay, good.
But
Happy birthday, Sean.
I'm just saying on the other side of the spectrum. But I know a lot of, like, since I've lived here in California, I'm kind of nosy and I want to find out more information. But like, it is, like, if you want to say it from a Christian standpoint, like, it's hella demonic. It's antichristish behavior. They really want to screw up society.
Yes.
They don't care about injecting people with needles and giving them AIDS. They don't care about a lot of things. So
Did you hear what happened in France yesterday or this weekend in
that
their
happens
festival?
all the time. Yeah, in Miami too.
145 people women were stuck with needles.
By
Yeah.
That's a lot.
transgenders? Because from what
No,
Sam
I don't know about that. In
by-
general.
Was it a gay club?
Right. That's what I think that needs to be clarified.
So it's a new form of drugging someone's drink. I don't know what you guys call it, but so now what they're doing, because this came
Date.
across my Facebook or my YouTube, whatever, a couple of years ago, because I sent it to a friend of mine in the US, and yes, it's a new form of entering
Date rape.
Yeah, it's like date rape. Like how they enter the system is now by injection, not by your glass anymore.
Yeah.
But the
Ozzy,
article I
let me
read
ask you a
about-
question. Let me ask you a question. Excuse me, Lindsay. Okay. Ozzy, in the from you seeing the gay community, is there pushback against transgender? Do you think people who aren't transgender? Why is that? You think?
Because they've taken it beyond.
They don't know how to act.
Yeah, well, that too. But it's more the fact that they don't. Like, there's been more shit around the transgenders and others that the original group got set up for being like being people, just being respectful of each other.
LGB man, that was the original one, wasn't it?
It was the
LGBT.
Yeah.
No, the T got introduced
No T.
later. The T got introduced later.
We thought that the right for gay and lesbians to get married, and have lives and do all what they wanted, we thought that would be the end of it, but it wasn't. It just got taken over and pushed further.
Yes.
They already had lives.
That did get taken over.
The revolution was always about making it more socially acceptable.
And taking over the children.
Yep.
Their little
It's
brains.
the only way they can reproduce.
That got weird when it came to the transgenders and the children shit. I don't agree to it. That became freaky as fuck, and I think this is why one TikToker is making a bad name for themselves. is because that's what she's done. She's done a rip-off of that Rachel chick, some kids program. I don't know who she is. I don't have any kids, but and yeah. So this TikToker
Does
is
Rachel
not
like?
looking good.
Does she promote it like these other people though? Because I don't see the Rachel that I think that we're speaking about that we know.
No,
She
it's
doesn't really promote it like that.
no. It's this TikToker who's transgender, the one that Bricky knows, that went to
I don't
the
know. I don't know
restaurant.
him.
What?
I don't fucking know him.
I'm sure you do, Bricky.
What?
Fuck's sake. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up a minute.
no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So
This in fucking vow. Like, Aussie man, come on,
Just-
Rose, you're making me
let
look
me
bad, yeah.
Hey, clip that. Brick knows.
No.
Just calm down, Brick. She just said
Bricky
you know
doesn't
who
know.
it
Bricky
is.
doesn't know
Didn't
them.
say you're asleep with her.
Bricky knows of them. That
Nice.
as he just mentioned. Okay.
Yeah.
This transgender person sitting at the restaurants, okay, and causing trouble about being misgendered. Okay. That woman was done
That man, Aussie, that man.
Yes.
That thing.
Well, yes.
We don't know if it has a penis or a vagina or a
It has
penis and a half
penis, it
vagina.
definitely has a penis. It definitely has a penis.
Yeah. We know it's a
Please,
mess.
no.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
Well, that person, it's a kids
There we
TV
go.
show called. It's a TV show called something Rachel, like Auntie Rachel or something like that. And she's supposed to be a kids entertainer. With this transgendered woman done a priority
Field check.
of her, and started to use like pronouns and started to teach kids about transgendered and all that stuff. That's where it went too far.
I think you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
Using bananas to describe what's going to happen to his penis when he gets operated on. Shit like that. You know,
Probably, I
this
haven't
is
seen.
weird.
All I know is
This is what. Look, I'll be honest with you. The transgender thing, right, for me as a father, okay, especially in Britain, right, okay, not this year. Mostly, this year has been a little bit dumbed down, right, okay, but some years in Britain, right, it has been pushed in my face and announced where Pride Month is the biggest thing on the planet right now. It's not about the LGB, the lesbian, gays, and bisexuals anymore. Do you see the two, the T, the Q, the plus I4678, the unbreakable Wi-Fi code? I call the fucker because it changes every bastard day, right? Okay, you never know what they're going to add to it, right? But lesbians, gays, and bisexuals never ever had a problem with keeping their shit in their own zone, right? And you never saw them try to go to schools and read stories to them about what they've done with their sexuality. Now you've got fucking drag queens sitting in schools allowed to do it, right? And make up big burly ass blokes with penises bigger than mine, right? Okay, and I've got a big dick, right? Okay, but what I mean is it's hanging out there.
It's
And
bricked
like
up, whatever it is.
they're doing this in front of children, and the schools are like endorsing it, right? This is where I say that we need to rise up and just fuck these cunts off, fuck them off, like bring back Albert Pierpont, bring back the fucking docks and hanging people, right? Just my opinion.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I just want to say really quick, guys. Okay, this is what this reminds me of because I love going to Barnes and Noble. And I would spend hours when I was married, whatever, in my 20s, and then sometimes like even in my later 30s, like 35, whatever, till my age now. I haven't really done it. I'm 40, whatever. And so that was my thing. But before this whole entire movement, I noticed there was perverts going to Barnes and Noble, standing behind me with basketball shorts. Well, I'm reading a book or whatever I'm doing, and they're behind me in basketball shorts. I didn't know why that was. I couldn't understand it, but they would always ask me for my number or what am I reading? and I would, brush them off. But now, like, I've been back to Barnes and Noble lately, and
Now there was this transgender person you're saying about in the basketball show.
what I'm saying, there's a bigger point to this. I feel like this whole movement was
What's up,
moved
Joe
by
Cool?
these guys in
What's
the
up, yeah?
basketball shorts. Hi, Joe. Happy belated
Hey.
birthday. I know it was yesterday.
Basketball
Hi,
show, yeah.
Joe.
Thank you. Ain't nothing but women up here. Don't make me zoom
What's up,
in.
Texas
Damn.
Blue? Good to
Joe,
see
good to see
you.
you.
Good to
Texas
see you,
Blue.
Clue. How do you do? What's new,
But I feel
Joe?
like this, oh, damn, there's a lot of people in here. Sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like this whole movement was like from those guys in those baskets. They were the biggest perverts. They would watch me leave. They would watch what I'm drinking. They kept an eye on me, but I didn't really pay attention to it like I guess I do now, or what I should have been like, because I'm like, dang, those guys that are dressed up in those wigs reading books to children are those same guys that are
Yep.
right now.
They started it.
Snowfire, you're
George-
my age, love. You're my age when you said 40. I know exactly what you're talking about, love. Because back then we were totally oblivious to it, but now it comes out in the fucking real light. This is what
Like
happens.
Hi.
See this,
It's
yeah?
good for children to see
Like
LGBTQ
him.
lives and LGBTQ people. And it's not just good, it's wonderful. We spend so much of our time fighting bigots like this and screaming, it's okay to show children LGBTQ lives. But it's
Gotta
not
freak 'em out.
just okay. It's not just good. It's
Yeah.
perfect. It's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Number one, we
What do they
exist.
call it? MK Ultra.
So you're going to
He's a
prepare
monster.
children for the real world and to interact with all kinds of people. But number two, what do kids learn from us? Resilience, self-kindness. They see adults who have been beaten down, made fun of, and who still choose to bravely be themselves. If that's not a perfect lesson that all children need, I don't know what is.
Hi, this is what happens,
It's
Joe Cool, when
good
you get your
for
right.
children to see
Okay?
LGBTQ lives and LGBTQ people. And it's not just good, it's wonderful. We spend so much of our time fighting bigots like this and screaming,
Repeal
"It's
the
okay!"
19th.
All right, without emotion, I'm interested in what the arguments are. I imagine there's going to be so much emotion, it'll be about 25 minutes before you guys get to a real argument.
Shut up, Joe, will you?
Well, actually, I only got 10 minutes. No.
Joe, will you?
Excuse me.
See?
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down in 10. I'm sorry about that, but I gotta go pick up B. Last day of school.
All
Who
right.
did that? Who burped when I was talking? Who did that?
Yeah, that was
How dare
Lindsay.
Big. Lindsay wouldn't do that.
Yeah. No, but for real though. So go ahead. I don't mean to rush you.
I wanted to hear the
Go ahead, Joe.
arguments without the emotions because, that one fucked with me. I be thinking I'm pretty laid back, and I'm like, that one fucked with me. So I want to sit back without the emotion and hear the argument.
Excuse me, such
Ricky.
a nasty
You
fucking
finished it,
jerk. I can't.
How about this thing?
I'm so
God
sorry. I
damn.
should have muted.
Does that come out your vagina, Brick?
Lindsay. That was awesome timing, Lindsay.
Yeah, I was like,
a mangina. Yeah, like
that'd be a deadly queef.
What's up, Charles Darwin?
I want to ask, what is
Okay,
the
Joe, go ahead.
danger? What is the danger in having that guy reading a book to the kids? I don't know if
Well,
he's talking
good
about
question.
teaching them or just reading to them, but we'll say reading.
First of all, are you serious about this question, or are you just
Absolutely,
trying-
and I don't want the emotion. I thought I said that already.
I was muted, and I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Uh,
Snow made the pronouncement, so I'm gonna pass this over to Snow to answer it.
Snow, I didn't even know Snow was up, and I'm just now looking at you cats.
I think it's a
Everybody's-
great question. And I think the biggest problem with those people is in the libraries would be their nightwear, right? So
I don't know what that
if we
means.
didn't-
Nightwear.
Yeah,
what does that
if
mean?
we had
Nightmare.
trannies-
Nightmare.
Their
Oh,
nightgown, their nightwear, their over sexualized dresses and
Are
such,
you
right?
saying they be wearing nightgowns to read the books?
No, I'm saying that whatever they wear to the bar, whatever their evening wear is, whatever they're wearing, that's
Oh,
what people
nightwear.
imagine, right? People imagine that this over sexualized, because if there were granny trannies, reading in the and no one knew that they were transgender, and they were just like, yeah, granny tranny reading in the library. No one would care.
Well, let's say this then in response, Bex, if anyone were over sexualized,
Exactly.
we'd be against it. So what about
Exactly.
these people in particular?
I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's what people imagine them down there in their drag queen garb, reading only like the gay BCs.
Yes.
Right?
Have you guys seen
I
the
only
Rainbow
have one
Dildo
argument.
Butt Monkey?
I love you.
Have we all seen the Rainbow Dildo Butt Monkey that read to children in British schools?
I still think you're trolling me. I haven't
put a
Queen
visualized
Story
in the
is a
back.
thing in Britain.
a
Drag Queen Story was a thing
rainbow
in Britain.
butt monkeys.
Rainbow Dildo Butt Monkey.
Rainbow dildo butt monkey.
Joe,
Oh, you are basically a closet homosexual, you, Joe.
I got
You
you.
are a closet homosexual.
I think it's a great question. I like having the full panel, but the problem is that we keep talking over each other.
It's just one guy doing it.
If I may.
No, it's not.
Please, please, Jonathan.
NPC, could you make me full screen, please?
Can you make him
Well,
bigger,
yeah.
NPC?
Don't take your
What's up,
clothes off.
Noel? Don't show your titties, Noel.
This is
Good to have you. Wait, hold on, Dennison. Go ahead.
She said,
this,
Hi, Noel.
this is my only argument, and I'll just leave it at this.
What was my question?
Okay, go back. I like that. We go back. We missed everything out. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Well, but
I would like to say
That's true.
something to old Joe.
that wasn't too harsh.
We're taking turns.
Old
kinda.
Joe here?
Okay, so old Joe.
He's here?
I'm sorry, cool Joe.
Old
Okay.
Joe.
Cool.
I was
Joe
thinking
is
she was
cool.
talking to someone else.
The old nigga.
Forgive me, I have him on my mind. Joe Cool. Okay,
Yeah, this
before
on
you-
your mind.
Before you got here. No.
Go ahead, Lindsay. That's what
Okay.
Max was showing. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lindsay.
Just really quick, before you got here, we were talking about the difference between the transgenders people of yesterday and today, and that Snow is making the point is that they're more agenda driven today, that she doesn't have so much of a problem with them being different and wanting to express themselves, but now it seems more important for them to be spreading a message, even to children. to
She's
spread
got a good
their-
argument so
to
far.
spread their
Go ahead.
agenda. And so that's why I was trying to pass it over to her, but I didn't. She probably didn't want to repeat herself, and I'm just trying to get you on the same page.
Thank you.
No, she's
Thank
definitely
you.
got a good argument so far. Yeah. It is definitely
she
agenda driven.
basically
It's a
nailed
small
it.
percentage, and yes, and it's all over the fucking place.
He said, "Where's Margot?" Huh? Well, hey, what, Joe? Wait, I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta go. But I don't know if you saw David. Charles Darwin came on the panel yesterday, and he wanted to sing you happy birthday.
No offense, Charles. Glad I missed that.
Listen, Bill.
What?
You gonna sing?
Okay.
It's your idea to sing. From yesterday. You want to sing for Joe Cool? Speaking of gay, I was kidding. Joe Cool. I can't believe we didn't even think about doing that. Fuck.
Take
I
it
love
away,
that.
Charles.
I told everybody it was your birthday.
I take it back. No, this is not as horrible as I thought it was gonna be. It's bad, but I was expecting worse. Oh, yeah, it's getting bad.
Now my dick is gonna have nightmares now.
There you go.
Okay, thank you,
That was the great
Charles. Thank you,
Charles Darwin. Down.
Adorable.
All right, we're gonna let you get up out of here and go take care of your bit. It was nice to know you
What's up, Sasquatch? Come on, man. You could get here earlier. Noel, you got any words for us? Besides, where's Margot? You got any words? No? Good to see you, everybody. Yeah, let's do this again.
Now that we're here and having fun, let's end it.
Yeah.
Yo.
I love doing that. Yeah. Peace, guys.
Love it.
I'll see you next time. We'll be here tomorrow.
Bye, I
probably.
love you. Peace
Bye,
out.
guys. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye-bye. Let me get this.
Responsibilities.
There we go. I dedicate to the panel in our chat today.